Hello, you can now hear me. This is awesome. Guys, welcome to the stream. My name is Mitchell. You can see it right below. This is awesome. And this is Penny for a Tell. Welcome. We have a special show for you today. We have the awesome Devin who will be running this like a champ. But enough about the words that are coming out of my mouth. Devin, why don't you introduce yourself and then we'll go around to everyone else.
All right. Hello everyone. My name is Devin. I will be running the game today. Changeling the Dreaming. We're using the beta slice playtest rules from Finite Studios. So it's going to be a bit interesting. None of us have a lot of experience with this exact rule set. So do bear with us. There'll be a lot of checking the rule book and stumbling over things, but hopefully we'll be able to get through it and have ourselves a pretty fun game today. As for me personally, I've been doing tabletop gaming and LARPing for about a decade at this point with tabletop games. LARPing for about the past 4 to 5 years. So, yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about our players.
I'll go. I'll
Yeah,
do
go
it
ahead.
first. um, Hi, I am Alex Roth. I am returning to A Penny for a Tale to play tonight's Changeling game. Super excited. Um, this is, as Devin had said, the first time we're kind of like looking over these rules. I am excited. I know Devin because we played in Vampire
We did.
together.
Great.
Yeah, so this is all good. You can find me here at Twitch at Sailor Taco Cat or on our Discord channel at Sailor Taco Cat, or find me on Facebook under Alex Roth. Yeah.
You or me next, Mitch.
What? I mean, I've already introduced
Oh,
myself.
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh no, Mitch.
I'm smart. I'm Malia. I show up here a lot, and I'll eventually have a Twitch channel
you know,
one day.
it's pretty much you shouldn't now, right? It's just like
I know it's gonna be off-brand if I actually start a Twitch channel.
I
But
actually completely forgot to bring that up. I have not started doing any streaming quite yet, but you will be able to find me on Twitch within probably the next month or so at Hexcat Games, where I'll be streaming lots of different games, some MTG Arena, some other online card games, and maybe some tabletops if we get lucky. But
aw, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. All right, Devin, take it away.
All right, let's just hop right in and get on. Actually, before we hop right in and get on this, let's go around and introduce our characters that we'll be playing tonight. Starting with Mitchell.
Oh man. Okay. Uh, Sorry, I'm just like fixing your
Okay,
storytelling
starting
thing.
with Alex.
Okay. Hi. I'm gonna be playing a character named Maluda. He is. They are. I apologize. They are. Uh, an Eshu, which is um a Keith. It's the Keith are your classes essentially, or your type of Fae or Changeling, and they are specifically kind of the travelers, and they collect stories. And Maluda comes from Afghanistan, and they are super. He's a they're a photojournalist, and they are collecting the stories of people. Of indigenous people. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to fit it into this story that we're going to do, but we're going to make it work.
We are going to try indeed.
Yep.
Leah, do we have what would you like to say about who you're playing tonight?
uh, I'm playing Fike, a troll person. Fuck, that's all I got. I'm so
Honestly,
sorry.
hey, that's fine. That's all we need
I'm
to know. Trolls, for those who are not too familiar, they are, as the name implies, they are very large, they are very powerful physically, and they tend to be bound by personal codes of honor. They're very honorable and noble in their dealings with others. Mitz.
All right. I am playing Mr. Ma, a I guess it's called a slaw, a slow,
Oh,
I've heard it
slaw.
pronounced like three different ways, so however you
Yeah.
want to pronounce it, man.
I'm a slaw.
Slaw.
Basically, I creep into people's bedroom at night and terrorize kids.
Why don't you explain a little bit
Rude.
more? Love your Mitchell phrasing.
Really, I feel like that's it. I mean, yeah, I want children to be afraid of things, and they need to know and understand fear, and I'm there to bring it,
I mean,
Mr.
that is
Ma
valid.
style.
All right. So, a bit about the game of Changeling itself, for those of you who are just coming in and may or may not be familiar with the meta narrative, as it were. So, in the game of Changeling, there are magical fey creatures that existed in the past when the world was bright and beautiful and whimsy magical. Basically, they are created by the dreams of humanity. So, for example, Mitchell's a slew Mitchell's the slew were created by humanity's ideas of fear and things to go bump in the night. Trolls created by the dreams of honor and nobility and kind of knighthood in a certain way, for example. Um, but then, as humans progressed and technology expanded, the magic in the world started to fade. So the noble fae basically packed up their things and left the world to the magical Fey world of Arcadia, leaving a bunch of the other Fey stuck on Earth in a dwindling magicalless area. So what the Changelings did is, in order to preserve themselves, they created a ritual which allowed them to bound their magical souls to the souls of humans, thus creating changelings. So as a changeling, you are literally a duality. You exist as both a human and a magical fey creature, and those two parts of you make up what you are. So while you are able to call upon the magical fey abilities of being a fey, you are partially shielded by the oppressive banality of the world, of the anti-magic um, things like corporate bureaucracy, things like just generic hate, all the things that make the world less magical. You're a bit protected from, whereas a pure fey being encounters one of those things and just basically poofs. So, like in Peter Pan, that I don't, saying you don't believe in fairies to a changeling to a fairy does actually harm them. But as a changeling, you're a bit protected from that. So we will find our motley of changelings portrayed by our players today. They have, in their travels, they've come together for various means, um, and we'll kind of glance over exactly about a bit of the past because we're focusing on a very specific story today, and that story is as we find our motley in the city of Baltimore, having received an invitation to a event called WonderCon. WonderCon is think of it like think of it like Otakon or Comic Con if you're familiar, but you would know that WonderCon is actually run and kind of maintained by changelings. So the leader of WonderCon, um, Madame Fleur, she is a seed. It's one of the noble fae. She created the con and kind of uses it as a way for changelings and other fey magical creatures to come together, intermingle with humanity, and kind of replenish themselves and get some access to magic that would normally be difficult without some kind of something gathering you all together. So we're going to find ourselves at the Baltimore Convention Center. You all arrive at the convention center. It is a bit early in the morning, but the scene is already packed. WonderCon is an immense convention. Like I said, think Otakon, where people are just flooding the streets to get in already. There's already a line to get into the convention. All manners of cosplays and costumes and people in their nerd shirts and things of that nature. And you walk down the street and you're at the convention center. What all do you do?
Alright, so Mr. Ma is coming up with like this nice brown. It's not nice. What am I? What am I? Who am I fooling? It's an okay brown long sleeve, even though it's kind of like a hot day, with these black pants and nice shoes, and he has a scarf on. Cause he thought we were all gonna wear scarves, but then he looks at Fike and sees no scarf and's like, okay, I okay. But he has his sunglasses on and he's ready to like come up. He's like, oh man, these kids. I'm gonna try out some new fear stuff with them. It's gonna be great.
How was your travels? Yeah,
Yeah. There was one point in time. It was pretty funny. I was on an elevator and the woman behind me was really anxious about getting to work on time, and I just, it was that awkward like, oh, I'm in your way, and then she like almost missed her train. So
you didn't almost eat her, did you?
I don't eat people. That's I prefer a burger. Like,
That's good.
yeah, like if you've seen the people here in like this area, it's like
What? No, I think it's great. I think that look at this. Look at all of them. This is fantastic. This is exactly what we need to for inspiration. This is us. Don't you understand? This is great.
this is awesome.
So Maluda is tall and very lithe. They're wearing rather common clothes, but definitely sparks of color here and there. Very well worn shoes, a satchel that goes over their shoulder, and they are also wearing a scarf because they got the notice that it was scarf time.
Dark Brigade rises.
Yes.
So Fike shows up in khaki cargo pants, sandals, and a t-shirt. That's all. That's all I
Fike!
brought.
Fike!
Yeah.
Excellent to see you. Come, let's go. Come.
Okay, cool. You're just waving over.
Yeah. How are your travels? Tell me of them.
Bold of you to assume I have an explanation for any of that right now. I'm fine. It's fine. We're good.
Okay.
Also, I want to have the biggest cargo pant pocket because I don't want to carry any bags around. I just everything in there.
Everything in there is like sagging to one side.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. Well, what did you have the invitation? Does it say where do we have to go anywhere?
Hopefully not the line, cause that's some
Were there any
bullshit.
invitations? 'Cause I'll totally just like dig into my cargo pant pocket for like 30 seconds and pull one out, and it's all like
Yeah.
crumpled and shit.
You do have actual physical invitations written on parchment, instructing you to wait outside the convention center, and you will be escorted in to meet Madame Fleur.
Cool. Before that, I'm going up to one of these dressed up kids, and I
Sure.
kind of extend my hand, be like, "Excuse me, my name is Mr. Ma.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's good. Have you thought about your student loan debt in a while?
What? What are you talking about, man?
You're in debt, right? You're a young person, probably educated. That means you're in debt."
One of the other kids that are with them just kind of kind of sizes you. I'm just like, hey, man, like, chill. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but back
I'm
off.
just want you to think about it. That's it. And I kind of just walk away.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck?
I want them to think. It's fear, you know? The same things don't work on these people before. You can't just come into the room all like shadowy with long teeth. No, you have to IRS, bills, anxieties.
Wait, hold on. I have to get a picture of this. By the way, stop doing that. Stop bringing stop it. stop it for just
Stop being weird, man.
like 2 minutes. That's all I'm asking. All right, hold on. And Maluda would go and run off, like not too far away, but like
Yeah.
he's got to get a picture of somebody. Excuse me. Can hi hi hi. I apologize. Can I get a picture of you?
So you encounter a group of Doctor Who cosplayers.
Oh God.
You've got like it's like 3 or 4 doctors just standing in a circle with the brown trench coats.
Oh,
One of them's got the
you. I
scarf.
love your scarf. I love
Oh,
your. That's a
thanks.
that is great.
I worked really hard on this. I actually made this kilt myself.
Really? How did you
Yeah.
tell me how did you make it?
Oh well, and he goes on to an ex. He kind of just
Okay.
rambles.
Yeah.
No, and Maluda would let him ramble and like be taking and would take a picture or two and really engaging with
Yeah.
this person.
Does
And
a
I-
cool pose, straightens the scarf as you're taking the pictures. So kind of
Who's your
really
favorite-
works the camera.
Who's your
His
favorite
friends are
doctor?
kind of like
Yeah.
trying to get in on it. So you have a bunch of pictures with a bunch of Doctor Who cosplayers.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at them. Just be like, "Hey, I heard for the new Doctor Who, they're going to do more storylines with the angels."
And they're just like, yeah, man, the angels. Yeah, I fucking love those things. Like they're into it.
Oh God, that is not the reaction I was hoping
I was
for.
just like, good job, Mr. Ma. I love it. Yes.
Hold on, let me rethink this.
This is great.
I heard River Song will never come back to the show.
That does make them a bit crestfallen, unfortunately.
There we go.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. He's just saying stuff.
So, at this point in time, an individual in a security guard uniform begins to kind of breaks away from the line and approaches you.
Uh-oh.
So, changelings, by their nature, to normal people, look like humans. However, changelings and other fey creatures can actually pierce the mist, as it's called, and see changelings for what they actually are. So, Mr. Maul might look like a normal person, but his actual changeling self can be anything from like a scary ass lizard person or however he wants to look. This individual is quite tall, very muscularly built, but you notice that their eyes are jet black. And their mouth is about twice the size of a normal person's mouth, and is filled with metal shark teeth.
Cool.
Hello there, friend. Hello, traveler.
You kind of look. He looks at all 3 of you, notices that you're still holding the parchment invitations. Like, oh, welcome, friends. I trust you're here to see Madame Fleur.
You are indeed.
My name
Yeah.
is Mincemeat. He extends a hand.
Yeah, mincemeat. Let's not go with the assumptions that we're friends, but it is interesting to see you. And I shake his hand.
He grips your hand and just kind of stares right into your eyes, grinning. Just, keeps the handshake
Okay.
too long.
Let go. It's mine.
Your hand's a bit crampy.
God.
I'll shake his hand, but continue like straight eye contact. Just keep doing it.
You make eye contact. His smile's a bit more genuine as he grips yours, as you're a very tough individual. So he grips and it's just like it's a nice firm handshake. Like, yeah. Awesome.
Respect.
And Maluda would extend their hands, and definitely not as firm as Spike's, but hi, pleasure. Thank you for meeting us.
Yes, awesome. So unfortunately we have a bit of an issue, but that's kind of not my place to talk about here at the moment. Why don't we go inside?
Can you speculate here, or?
No, let's just go up and talk to the actual people in charge. I'm just a grunt man. They hired me to, walk the.
Oh, I thought you were the attractive
just worked.
greeter.
No, I'm not. And he just points to his security badge, like, that's what I do. And let's go ahead and get you inside now. So.
Excellent. Yes.
So he raises his badge. The crowd parts as he approaches, kind of jostles his way through the people, waving, come on, let's carry on. as he leads you into the convention center proper.
Oh man.
So you enter the convention center, and if you've not been to the Baltimore Convention Center, it is a very large building made of concrete with large windows opening out into the street. And it is already a packed venue. You thought the crowd outside was large and congested. This place is about 3 times already, just full of people running around, shouting, laughing, having a great time, running back and forth between all the different cosplayers and probably scampering out to some events that will be occurring throughout the con. So he just leads you up some escalators and some stairs deeper into the convention.
Hmm.
It's Luda is having a very hard time trying to like stay on track because they constantly are wanting to like, oh man, this is great. What is that?
Hey,
What is
Maluda,
that?
chill out.
But there's so much here.
No, there's not. Nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. This has all been done before. Nothing's beautiful. Nothing's pretty.
Oh
You're
no.
so edgy.
I know.
Minty kind of pauses when you say it. Like, look, I don't know, Ma, you said your name was?
Mister.
Yeah, Ma. Look,
Mr. Ma.
so
It's,
you're kind of saying some stuff that's making me kind of concerned where your allegiances lie, let us say.
Hey, whoa. I am a adamant member of the Sealy Court, all right? There are some wonderful and amazing things out here, but let's not, like, dote on every little thing, you know? Beauty is unique, has purpose. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Ma. That's my name.
All right, then. Well, let's continue on, shall we?
Yeah.
So you are continuing to be led through the con. You get to a point where there are you kind of lead to an area that seems like it's a bit like con ops. There is a room labeled staff only, and there are less people milling about as you've kind of broken away from where the kind of hub on the events of the con are into more of just the side areas where people would go to maybe decompress, meet friends, just kind of take a breather. So you are escorted into this staff-only room. It's a very sparse room, given how it's normally a large convention room, but it's been kind of cleared out to make room for some fold-up chairs with some computers on them. Looks like maybe a makeshift security station. You can see on the monitors that there's some like security footage and just some miscellaneous, miscellaneous pages of like data, things of that. At one of the desks, you see a short man dressed in all black, wearing a black mask. He looks up as you approach. Thank you for bringing our guest in, Mincemeat. You may go about your business. Allow me to talk to our friends. And as he talks, you can actually notice that his tongue is black as well.
Yes, thank you.
So Mincemeat actually bows formally to the man in black and takes his leave. Hello, friends. I'm sure you probably don't know who I am. My name is Sabletongue. I am the steward and personal attendant to Madame Fleur. Welcome. I'm glad you were able to attend our lovely convention today.
Thank you very much for inviting us. This is excellent. There is so much here. I know that I greatly appreciate this opportunity to see and document everything here.
Yeah, super excited to have come here in matching scarves.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Other than being excited to come here. Yay.
Oh, say no more. He reaches into his sleeve and pulls out a black scarf with silver insignia on it and tosses it to Fike.
I catch him. I don't want to wear a scarf. I just like loosely drape it over my neck, not like wrapping it up or anything. It's like, thanks.
And that isn't that much better. Now your motley matches.
I feel better.
I
Oh, we do.
I have a bit of a interest in things being orderly and as they should be.
Fair.
So, well, I suppose we should get down to business then. Unfortunately, the Madame Fleur will not be joining the con today. She has gone missing.
Missing.
Why?
Yes. As of this morning, she has been unable to be found. None of our security staff have been able to locate her on the premises, but we do know she was here
Is
as
she?
of this morning.
She was still in this plane.
Yes, she joined me and her arrived very early to make sure that everything was in order for the convention today. I turned my back for a second, and she is gone.
What if she went off to like take a nap or something?
That while we entertained that notion that she may have become fatigued and required rest, we have scoured this convention, and even using our abilities of insight, have been unable to track her location.
So you want us, this group of motley crew, to find her?
Oh no, heavens no! If we can't find that, I highly doubt that. I mean, as we would appreciate any effort you would be able to loan us in tracking down Madame Fleur. No, we believe that is a bit beyond your capabilities.
No, yeah, that's fair. I was reading a different thing in this conversation. That is my fault.
That is fine. I can acknowledge, I can understand why you might have thought that, but I just wanted to have full transparency and disclosure into the nature of the convention and why some things may not be as neat as they should be. We have actually received word that there is a group of goblins lurking about, causing some havoc with some illicit gathering that we are trying to track down and take care of, as well as any other manner of strange chimerical or banal intrusions. But I just wanted to formally invite you, as I extend this invitation to all manner of changelings, local and far, to enjoy the con at your leisure, but do mind that some things may be amiss. And if you're willing to extend any aid in any capacity, I can assure you, your efforts will be rewarded and much appreciated.
Absolutely. Glad to help. That is why we are here.
Is there anything that you might need from me or any questions you would have about the con itself or Baltimore or really anything I'd be able to answer? I've been in this area for quite some time.
If we help you, do we get meal vouchers? This is like volunteering.
Food can definitely be provided for you, as well as you are more than welcome to partake any residual and excess glamour you may find in your travels. The humans and mortals are, I'm not going to say ripe for your taking, of course, as there are certain protocol and procedures that you should be following. But if you wish to sample any of the flavors of mortal here, well, by all means, just use so discreetly, if you could.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Yes, thank you.
Marvelous. If there is nothing else, do see yourself out, and as I said, enjoy it.
Who should we contact if we find anything?
Oh, any of my staff in the security badges, like Mr. Mincemeat that you mentioned previously. Anybody else in security will be able to assist you. Or if need so calls, that scarf I gave you. What was your name again?
Fike.
Fike, yes. So Fike's scarf, actually. If you're in need of me personally, please touch the scarf, think about what you need, and I will be there to assist you.
Hmm.
That's
Cool.
excellent.
Yeah, my
Don't
scarf
use
is
it
just
for food. Don't use it
cashmere.
for food.
Oh, I was thinking about it. It's fine.
Don't do it.
Do you require sustenance, friend? Fike?
Yeah.
Fike hungry.
Fike need food. Yeah.
Sable Tongue reaches into his sleeve once again and produces a little, looks like a little credit card, and hands it to you. Compliments
Nice.
of WonderCon.
I just have it in my cargo pant pocket.
And it
Thank
was
thank you.
never
Thank you.
seen again.
Thank you.
I just can't resist the urge to assist when needed.
Thank you.
It's very nice of you. We appreciate that.
Excellent. Well, if you're in no longer need of me, I invite you to go forth and enjoy the con.
And conquer. Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Yay.
All right. So you can leave the security room. You are in that, like I said, a little bit more of a barren area of the con as you step out into the main foyer. What would you like to do?
Ooh.
Anything that your characters would be particularly interested in exploring?
Fike,
Like
did
I
you
said,
want to
think-
eat?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm already digging to get the card back.
Yeah, like I
Where-
said, think of like any major big con if you've been to them, like Otakon or Comic Con. Basically, anything that would be at those cons is probably at this con. So, whatever you want to do, just let me know, and we can explore WonderCon together.
I've never actually been to a big con.
Well,
You
come
point
on.
things,
If
yeah.
you're hungry, we can go find food. Let's go and find where there's food and have an adventure.
Fuck
Is-
yeah.
Wait, is
Foods
there
are-
always an adventure when you find
I
food?
mean, with me there is.
Anything can be
WonderCon it
adventure if
is.
you're cool enough.
All right, let's go.
All right, we're gonna go look for some food. So
Is
you
there a
make,
pretzel stand?
are you looking specifically for a pretzel stand?
Yes.
So, as you go back into the main kind of area of the con, you manage to work your way through the meandering crowds and find your way to an area of multiple food carts, actually. One of the convention rooms has been opened up, and instead of actually and being just an empty room or a panel room, they had like little carts have been rolled in of all manners of different foodstuffs.
Okay, I'm looking for a giant pretzel like this big.
You're looking for a giant pretzel. All right.
Yes.
Why don't, as we enter this room, if everyone could throw me a mental plus awareness test.
How do?
Okay, so this is going to be, you're going to take your mental number. You're going to add it to, if you have any points in awareness, you're going to add those two numbers together.
Okay.
And then you're going to just hold on to that number in your head. We're going to do a rock, paper, scissors. We're going to throw all at the same time.
Right.
Okay? And we're going to throw one free. So 1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Fuck.
All right. So that is, so paper beats rock. Unfortunately, Alex and
Yes.
Mitchell lose. What is your mental plus awareness, Leah?
7.
7. All right. So something that I might have actually forgotten on your character sheets is your willpower. You have 6 willpower. Whenever you have to make a test, like we just did, and you don't like your result, you can spend a point of willpower to have a number shot at rock, paper, scissors.
Do we want to burn a willpower, Mitchell?
Nah, I ain't burning a willpower.
It's a little
Over
early.
soft pretzels.
It is a little
For soft pretzels.
For soft pretzels.
All right. So the
Wait,
scene
can I
is-
overbid the soft pretzels?
You cannot, unfortunately, overbid the soft pretzels. This thing is a bit more sneaky.
Oh, fuck.
Whatever's lurking amongst the food.
The pretzel.
Pretzel sneak attack.
Fucking obfuscate.
The mustard.
So you enter this room, and there are people milling about. There aren't that many people, as it is kind of breakfast time, so people have already eaten before they rolled out to con, most of them. But there are a good number of people still milling about at the food stuffs. And you, Malia, find a cart with pretzels.
Are they normal pretzels or the big ass pretzels?
These are very large pretzels. They are
I need
piping
to.
hot and fresh and about as big as your face.
Nice. Do you guys want a pretzel?
Sure.
Okay.
So as you approach the cart, you notice the particular vendor of this cart is an individual wearing a large fox head. They are dressed in a band t-shirt and black shorts, but their hands and their head are like these like big anime-eyed fox.
Should you really be handling food with that? All that fur?
Probably. Let's find out.
Your costume is great. What is it from?
The person kind of just looks at you, big friendly smile on the animal head, and just kind of shrugs at you.
Ah, is it one of your own creation? Well, that's excellent. Can I take a picture?
And you've taken the picture.
Maluda, your camera sounds off. It made like it made like sound. I think it's
That was
like,
my mouth.
Yeah, I think it's like.
No.
Maluda's making like the actual noises with a digital camera that doesn't click.
He kind of gestures toward the pretzels, gives like a little sweeping motion, and kind of cocks his head inquisitively.
Well, you certainly have your pretzels here, Fike.
I want 3.
3.
He gives you a thumbs up, takes 3 pretzels, keeps them in one hand, and then extends another hand towards you.
I will hand him the card.
Here's my question, sir. Or actually, I guess I don't know. Whoever. Do you taste the pretzels? Have you tasted the pretzels? Are they good pretzels? When do you taste the pretzels? Like during the morning? Okay. I feel ill at ease with someone I can't like figure out what they're feeling because of masks and such.
Just
It's fine. You're
just
fine.
like a little like crestfallen, like.
Oh, okay. I guess that's.
You have
that's a
upset
little-
him. You have upset him. Why have you done that?
I just
It's
it's you know
Our
anyone-
pretzel vendor's doing his best.
It
It must be
makes
very
me
hot
uncomfortable.
in that costume. It must be very hot. No, that's surprising. It is very hot outside. Since Otakon is always in
Mhm.
July.
Always in hell.
Yeah, always in hell.
It's like 90 degrees outside with screaming babies everywhere.
That's for real.
Mhm.
So, still has the
Yes.
pretzels and is extending a hand.
I will
Oh yeah, I would give him the card.
grab the pretzels.
So, well, he takes the card and kind of takes the pretzels and the card back, like looks at it.
Do you not take the card? Is that not that not?
And he hands you the pretzels while keeping the card.
Oh. Oh no.
Was it like a voucher or is it like a card that I can keep using? I never actually figured that out. I just kind of handed it.
Didn't ask.
We need
Oh,
that
no.
card back.
No.
What do you
Why?
mean no?
Can I make some sort of a lore check to see if I know what this is? Well, would that be a lore or a cult roll or?
We can definitely do a lore.
All right.
Are you specifically scrutinizing this individual?
Yes, I'm specifically thinking of what type of Keith or Faye would do a transaction like that, which would like take something and like do a switcheroo.
Why don't you give me another mental plus awareness test right
Yeah.
quick while you're.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I'm gonna activate Phase Sight.
Oh, you're gonna activate. So, yep, you're activating Face Sight.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have, I believe, you have a merit that you can just do it for free, right?
Yeah. The acute.
So,
Or,
since you're activating a power, you're actually going to get some actual good information. If you want to convey that to your allies, you can, but we'll do yours first. So you activate Phase Sight. You notice that this individual, it's strange to you. It seems like he's not all here. You actually notice that when you activate your Phase Sight, his head,
mm-hmm.
it's just like, it seems like hazy and transient and very obviously magical.
Ha.
Man,
But
I just wanted
the
a
rest of
pretzel.
the rest of the body, nothing registers. Like it's just like a person.
I'm like gonna like whisper to my comrades. I think these pretzels are weird. His face is like not really there. It's magical for sure.
Based off of that knowledge, can I make a lore check now, or
Yeah, so we can make a lore check.
okay?
All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Cool. You got your. So you're definitely succeed on this. You believe that this creature is, or some part of this creature, is some kind of chimerical entity. And with your knowledge, let's say it is a type of goblin.
All right, guys. This is a goblin.
Yes.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Particularly, the fursuit head is a goblin.
Okay. the mask, the head, that's the goblin. I've seen this before, where it attaches to a thing, and they take things, but they don't take it. They trade them. So I believe that you have given your card in exchange for the pretzel, but I don't know how we would be able to get it back.
Without knowing much about like the specific goblin, you don't really know exactly, like, you know, it's a type of goblin. You know that they are very transactional. They tend to be pretty friendly in general. It's not like going to attack you or be an enemy or something. It's just, you know, it's just there. It's just part of Fey magic, part of the dreaming. Why?
And aren't we supposed? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Why it's here could be a bit confusing to you, but you do know that this area is very glamour rich, and because of that, it's not a far cry to say that chimerical creatures and other creatures from the dreaming might just pop in. Yeah.
So I'll relay that to everybody. Like it's I've seen them before, but and I'm guessing the glamour here is what's attracting them. But perhaps
we want that card back.
We do. We should maybe try and offer it something to get the card back. I'm not sure.
I have a Snickers bar in my pocket.
Try that.
You have a Snickers bar. Sure, you can have a Snickers bar.
So like I just dig of it, and it's like it's old, like it's super crumply and not like good looking. Yeah.
How much does your character like Snickers?
That's a great fucking question. I don't know.
They do like food, or they seem to like food.
Yeah. Probably like a good amount. I just decided.
So this goblin just kind of looks down, looks back up, and we'll trade you the card for the Snickers bar.
Oh,
fuck
excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. I was about to throw down.
It's fucking furry.
Resolution can be acquired by other means. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it can't.
Of course.
All right. So you got some pretzels, and you're standing in front of the cart.
All right, Fike. 2 pretzels for me, 1 for Maluda.
No.
Oh, and your entire career.
Sharing
We give
is
everyone a pretzel.
sharing is caring.
Here, I'll give half of mine to Mr. Maw.
Thank you.
There Alright, so you eat the pretzel. Anybody else eat their pretzel?
Fuck yeah.
I'll eat
Not
a-
when you say it like that.
Yeah, I'm eating a couple bites. I'm eating
Sure.
like less than half of a pretzel.
I just vored that entire pretzel.
So these pretzels are really, really good.
Oh god, no.
Fuck
All of you gain a point of glamour.
Woo!
Ooh,
yeah.
that was not where I thought that was going.
No. So as you eat your pretzel, you hear a voice behind you. What? Why do I have the Snickers bar?
We may never know.
Door bat. It's fine.
As you look, if you decide to look back, you would notice that there is just a regular dude, kind of scruffy beard, short hair, no fursuit head, just kind of awkwardly looking at this Snickers bar in his hand.
Interesting.
The
Very
goblin left.
interesting.
So weren't we
Okay.
supposed to find like goblins and whatever, or like
Well,
that
we-
are causing trouble?
Ah, yes. Well, that was
Sabletongue did mention that he believes there are goblins about at some kind of illicit market causing trouble.
illicit market. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where there would be a market in this convention center?
I mean, there's the dealers then. Points in a vague direction that you'd be
Yeah.
able to follow. I mean, there's that.
The
That's.
double D's.
I mean, unless you meant like Lexington Market, but that's not at the con. That's down the street a bit.
Huh.
I mean, you can go there if you want. I mean, like it's not at the con.
Well, let's try the
You want
dealers.
to buy some pretzels? I got these pretzels here.
We are fine. We already received them. Thank you.
As you look at the pretzels, they are completely regular, small-sized soft pretzels.
Oh.
A bit cold, not actually that good looking.
Oh.
Just generic con.
We made out like bandits.
You know what? I'm going to use oracular ability to see if I can get a lead on these nefarious goblins.
Yeah, good idea.
Ooh, all right. So,
I'm like, Satan, take me.
all right. Let me give you a fitting vision. So, in your mind's eye, you see what looks like what could be the dealer's den. It's a very huge room with loads of tables and stalls, just filled with anime memorabilia, personal art. It's vast. You notice running kind of betwixt in between all the regular con goers, you notice individuals with very vibrant fursuit heads. As your vision unfolds, you see them all go to a particular stall and vanish.
I'm like closing my eyes with a pretzel in my mouth.
I mean, are you like not moving during this?
Yeah.
Take part of the pretzel.
I do not notice. I am doing something else. I
I
am.
curse on both your houses.
You're fine.
Also notice that there is in your mind's eye, you perceive what looks like a strange, like thin root tracing down through the ground out of this stall.
Mm-hmm.
It goes down deep into the earth, past the convention center, into what looks like a glowing blue cocoon that's pulsing with light.
So knowing, oh wait, never mind. I was thinking DC. Does the subway go underneath this place?
It does not.
It does not.
This
But do you-
could be literal. This could be metaphorical, as it is an oracular vision.
I only deal with literals.
Well, that is a very unfortunate reality, as you have oracular ability, and visions are very rarely as literal as you'd want them to be.
It's in the harbor, which is like every plot point I've ever played in Vampire. It's in the harbor.
It's always vampires and their dealings in the harbors.
It is.
So I'm gonna head to the dealer's den while finishing up my pretzel and wondering why it feels so light and why I don't have as many bites as I thought I would.
Or butt.
All right. Anybody, everybody following Mr. Maul, or is anybody having
Yes.
doing their own thing?
I am following them, definitely, but I am also pausing a lot of times. I am here, there, they are here, there, everywhere, taking pictures and being.
So
super
since
sure.
you're wandering around a bit,
Mhm.
why don't you give me another mental plus awareness test?
Sure. All right.
All right.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, throw. Bam! You have succeeded. All right. So as you're wandering around, you off to the corner of your eye, you see a group of cosplayers posing for somebody with a large, like, vintage camera.
Oh. Mhm.
Their outfit is like, those brown robed little creatures from Star Wars.
The Jawas.
Ewoks.
Yeah, the Jawas that like
Jawas.
that gather like the scrap and stuff.
That's
yeah.
Jawas.
It looks like it's like a Jawa cosplayer with this very large camera.
Ah.
He takes the picture. There's a camera flash. The cosplayers are gone.
Oh, that is not. That's. Guys.
That's
No
normal.
one, none of Mitchell and Malia.
Mhm.
You don't see any of that. You don't see a camera flash. Does not look like anybody else in the immediate area notices what occurred.
Did you not see that? Did you not just see those that little thing took a picture with that old camera? It's old. And the other costume people are gone.
Because
What?
they left. That's what happens
No.
at these conventions. When you're done taking the picture, you move on.
No, that's not what happened. It was a flash, and then they had disappeared. There's something.
The little guy takes his camera and just kind of walks into the crowd.
No, wait, no, come back. I'm going to try and pursue him.
You know, trying to pursue him. Cool.
Yeah.
So as you get to where he was in the crowd, he is completely gone.
What?
And like, there's not, and like, yeah, like he could have maybe ducked behind people, but there's a difference between like someone not trying to be seen and someone who is literally not there. He is not there.
Not there.
Not at all.
Yeah, I will look at the space that he was in, and like just like kind of like, oh man, I know what I saw. He there's something odd about that. That is not good. He took them. He took those people.
Well, that's not right. And I guess I'll just have face sight's always active, so I'm just.
Face sight is always active for you.
Yeah, I'm just looking around,
Sure.
trying to
Let's
see
if you can pierce his concealment.
Let's do this.
All right.
I'll let you do that. That's fine.
All right, ready?
Oh, do you also have face sight?
I do. I also have face sight.
I'm sorry. Did you want to? I think for you have to activate it.
I'm going to say that Mitchell has it because he like took a turn to activate it. So previously, so that's fine.
Okay. Following up after Mitchell's result of the test, if you want to spend a point of glamour to activate face sight, you can try to pierce it.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, Mitch, ready to throw?
Yep.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shoot. All right, what is your mental plus? I think it's a cult for Soothsay.
Soothsay. Mental plus willpower. Well, oh yeah, it's my mental plus my occult.
Sure. What is your mental plus occult?
13.
All right. So, and it's mental plus willpower.
Be bad.
So, you are able to see this little brown cloaked little dude with his camera. Just kind of trundle his way through the crowd and around a corner deeper into the convention.
So before he kind of like disappears, I want to spend a glamour and activate Mooch.
Yes, I love this power. So bullshit.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Willpower?
I'm gonna willpower it.
Sure, I'm gonna willpower it. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, throw. Bam! All right. So that is a non-exceptional success. For those of you at home and also for our players, how that works is because Mitchell failed the first time, but was able to retest it and won. It's a normal success. If you win, outright win, every single throw, it becomes exceptional and then typically gives you a cool bonus effect when you get an exceptional success. But for now, this is a normal success. Let me just pull up exactly how works, because this is going to get a bit interesting.
Yeah, I pickpocket an item without them noticing. Other people who are watching you do not know immediately. I'm just gonna let you read it because
You want to less than 1 cubic foot. I don't realize when they go to look for it later, it becomes noticeable after 2 rounds or 1 minute. Ah, sweet. That's the awareness effect. And you have the perception focus.
correct.
So they don't realize that that item is going to be gone for an entire day.
Ooh.
That is fun. So you now have a vintage camera.
Oh. Can I take a look at that?
I'm like taking a picture of like whoever's in front of me.
No.
Are you taking a picture, Mitchell?
Yeah.
Oh God. This is great. It's great.
So you go to click it. Just makes a weird, yucky gear grind sound.
Okay.
You
Here,
broke it.
Maluda. I fixed it.
No.
All right. So this object, the two of you have face sight. It is very obviously chimerical.
This is not a real camera, or it's not completely
a version of real.
Yeah, it's a version of it is not a part of this realm. This is something different. Can they try and discern where the film would be, or like try and find these people that he believes were sucked into the camera?
So you do notice as you're looking at the camera, there are these thin silvery tendrils that branch off of the camera and weave their way through the crowd in the direction where the brown cloaked figure went.
Do you see that, Mr. Ma? Do you see that as well?
I look. Do I see it?
Yes,
as well?
you can see that. Yes.
Okay.
Now that the camera is in your possession.
Yeah. Let's follow that.
Yes.
All right.
Fine.
So
Come on.
You're able to follow the camera thread. You're able to follow the little strings through the crowd, down and into the convention center. After some time, you arrive at a door that says, "Do not enter." The strings go underneath the door.
I think we should enter.
Well, we are here to investigate strange things that could possibly be doing nefarious acts to the people here, so I think that it is quite in our best interest, and I think that we should as well.
All right.
And I'm curious. Okay.
You
Archetype.
do notice as you approach the door that there is a individual in a security uniform standing by. This is he's a wider man than Mincemeat was, but he is still very much a large, burly fellow.
I give him a strong handshake. Said it.
He actually has a similar aesthetic appearance to Ficus.
Yeah. I give him like a really nice handshake. I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?"
Hello, comrade.
Comrade.
What can I do for you? Are you lost?
No, we're actually checking some. I literally turned on like goblin shit, right?
Yes. I hold up the camera.
Found that there's tendrils leading to this "Do Not Enter" sign. We were here to help like look into things that the goblins may be doing.
Yes.
Oh, Master Sableye has told me not to let anybody enter this door.
He gave me a scarf. He asked us to help if this is any proof. Or like.
So, like I said, I am on strict orders not to allow anyone into this room.
How about if you came with us to watch us. I believe something nefarious might have gone on with this camera. I saw a creature of some sort take a picture of some of the costume people, and they disappeared. And I believe they might have disappeared into either the camera or some other thing. And the trail leads into this door. Is there?
I've made a promise. I cannot let anybody into this room, and I cannot
see.
make that promise. I am sorry.
I understand.
That's fair.
This is
I understand.
it's a dangerous area that has been sealed off by Master Sableye. Sable Tongue, sorry. I cannot allow
The Pokemon.
Sable
Yeah, Pokemon.
I cannot let anyone in. I am sorry.
I understand. Did you make the promise with Sable Tongue?
Yes, Sable Tongue has taken control of the con in the event that Madame Fleur cannot be found. As he is in charge of the con, I am under his employ and thus had to make a promise directly to him.
I see.
Cool. Can I like think really hard into the scarf? Like, hey, yeah, bro, can we get some access to this area to Sable? Is it this? The scarf's also like not even being worn like a scarf, not just draped over my head.
So from around the corner, it's Sable Tongue.
Sableye. I'm just always going to think Sableye now.
What up?
Oh, hello, friends.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I cannot grant you what you're requesting.
I see.
This area has been made off limits by Madame Fleur herself. Even I cannot enter this area, and thus I have enforced with my staff that no one is to enter this area under the direct orders of Madame Fleur.
Well, just so you know, someone just went in.
That is true. I believe that somebody might have gone in. Somebody who had this camera, who might have been taking the glamour or even entity of people.
That's impossible. This area is warded with Madame Fleur's own magic. No one can enter it without her express permission.
Can we test that real quick?
If you'd like, I cannot promise your safety if you attempt to enter this area.
Oh. Fike.
But you're welcome to test it if you'd like.
Fike, why don't you test it out?
No. It is.
I opened the door. I got this.
All right. So you put your hand on the door. It is as though it were an electric shock that actually knocks you back several steps.
Oh no.
You will take 1 point of aggravated damage.
Ooh. Okay.
But because I remember your character sheet. You have how many points in Oakenshield? It's under arts.
Shit. Hold on.
Pop quiz.
I kind of was filling in some stuff here, so it's just easier. I have 3 points into Oakenshield.
Okay, so you would know that normally, you can withstand basically anytime you take a point of damage, you can ignore 1 point of damage. This pierces your Oakenshield.
Fuck.
So you do take a point of damage. Your character would know this is a pretty big deal. Not many things can pierce your level of defense that you've encountered.
Yeah, this is some serious shit, guys. I actually got hurt this time.
We witnessed it.
That's not normal.
See. Well, we certainly do not wish to upset you, and certainly would not wish to offend Madame Fleur. I know that I am personally concerned that there might be, other tricks going on that we cannot see.
I am very concerned. I am also very concerned, given how, as you've witnessed, this door is warded and is protected with magic. So the fact that you say someone was able to bypass this ward is honestly quite unfathomable to me. I'll have to do some research of my own.
All right. Well, I believe that we will continue investigating, and if we find anything else, we will contact you immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Please do that. This is much more serious than I expected.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna touch the camera and activate backwards glance.
Bam! Backwards glance. That is. Yep, and I think you spend a glamour for that, and then you kind of you ask questions, right?
Yeah. So I can ask because I have the. No, wait. Do I have the focus?
You should have the focus.
No, I don't. It's wits. I have intelligence.
Oh, it's this one with. Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it looks like I can just keep focusing to ask more questions.
Yeah, I that's such a weird thing about that power. It's like, oh, you can ask 3 questions, or you can just
Keep asking. Yeah.
ask 3 questions.
Yeah.
All right. What would you like to know?
All right. Show me the last person who handled the object.
All right, and this is significant individual, not the last. Okay, so you see the figure. It is a very squat individual in a brown robe.
Mm-hmm.
Its face perfectly concealed and shrouded in darkness, but outside of 2 little yellow dots that you perceive are its eyes.
Gross.
Yeah.
This is definitely some kind of magical creature.
All right. How was the object last used? I want to see like what process he did to activate this.
Okay, so this was you perceive that you kind of see from the creature's POV.
Mm-hmm.
It puts the camera to its face. It captures it has the image in the view of the 3 cosplayers.
Uh-huh.
When the camera flashes, you don't see a flash. Instead, you actually see the 3 cosplayers unravel like a spool of thread, and they're actually sucked into the camera. You then see that these spools of thread continue into the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a sense that they are being stored within the creature.
Interesting. All right. Any strong emotions attached to this object?
I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this.
Pretzels.
There you go.
You get a sense of commitment or duty coming from the object. As though this object is kind of this thing's reason to exist.
Interesting. I looked at Fight. Fight, can you touch the door?
Last time I touched it,
Well,
I got hurt.
you grabbed the handle, right? Can you just touch like any part of it without getting? If you just want to like touch the door.
I touch it.
You take a point of damage again. I'll stop back a few steps.
How much damage can I take? Because I actually
don't. So, I've also forgot to put your health levels. So with you have the rugged merit.
Rugged merit, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
And your stamina focused. So you have
5
you're gonna be able
per.
to take 5 healthy levels, 5 injured levels, and 5 incapacitated levels.
Which is 2 more than us for all of them.
Yeah.
It's good.
You have a lot of health.
That's how you make your tanks.
All right,
so,
now touch it.
You've taken 2 points of damage. They're going to be marked off of the healthy.
Now
boxes.
touch it over here, and let's figure
no
out
more
that.
touching. No more.
As you say that, like the hand's just like
No.
away.
No, Fike, no. Do not need to do this. No, I think we can assume that the door has been warded very successfully at this point. But what can I make another lore check to see if I've encountered anything like this in my story, or if I've heard any stories from this before, or somebody that's like.
I'm not going to make you make a test for it. You
Okay.
have the lore, so you would. Now that you've definitely seen it in action, this is definitely something that is known amongst the seed. This is I'm not going to say like a special seed of ritual or anything, but it's definitely something within their wheelhouse of preventing entry into areas they do not want people to enter into. And you know that without some sign, either literally tangible or metaphorical, of you being allowed to be there, you will not be able to enter this door.
Mm.
You think that with some kind of very strong, with some very strong force, you might be able to break the door down, but that is
Fike.
outside of any of your abilities.
Aw.
No.
Like we're talking like Primal 5 might be able to break the door down.
Fike, they calling you out.
No.
Fuck.
No. This is not the way we are going to get in here. We have to find another way.
Uh,
All right. And what about the camera? Does this sound like anything that I have heard of before?
Nothing specific. Like the thing about chimerical things is that they just kind of do their own thing. There was like a bit of a bestiary. This sounds like it's some kind of chimerical construct though, not so much like a living creature. It's not like a unicorn or like even a goblin that's like a literal sentient thing. This sounds more like some kind of dreaming construct that was created
To do
for
something.
the purpose,
Yes, of doing this. Okay.
yeah, of gathering these people.
All right. I'll relay that to all of you. Just, this, I think this is that it was created, that it doesn't exist on its own, that it was created by someone to do this action of bringing these the essences of these costumers.
well, if they're connected to the furries, I believe I can find their stall.
They might be.
Let's go on a furry hunt, guys.
Let's do this.
I don't understand this furry thing, but yes.
And I'm gonna start heading towards the stall based on like my vision.
All right, so you're gonna
Okay.
head out that way.
Is
Anybody
there
else
any way
know-
I can heal myself? Like
So
eventually,
there-
or how would we go about
So
that?
if you want, you can spend, because you have survival, I believe, as a skill. You have 1 die in survival.
Yes.
You can, if you want to, you can spend 3 points of glamour once per game to heal 3 aggravated damage.
Okay. I might do that later then.
Yeah. Also, if you get substantial, you have this interesting ability where if you get wounded more, you heal from the bottom of your health track. So, like, you don't heal any of the healthy, but if you get down into incapacitated, you'll start healing the incapacitated.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very hard to heal at first, but it's you will take damage if combat happens, but it's very hard to actually take you down.
You're special.
Good to know.
You are special.
special boy.
All right, everybody making their way to the dealers then.
Frick yeah.
All right. So once more back into the main con area. It's a bit later in the day. An hour or so has passed. So if you can believe it, even more people have showed up at this con, and it is extremely hard to move around. You can make it though. As you're moving, you're able to kind of bump your way through the crowd. It helps that you have Mr. Maul with you because people are giving you more of a berth than they would normally give normal people because Mr. Maul is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. You see
And then I'm
this
the
scarf?
big beefy boy.
Yeah, like
I'm skirting around people. I'm fine. I'm very.
yeah, you're like your life. You can get around people. Like Mr. Maul is just like moving through the crowd. You're like this like partying.
Yeah.
However, Ficus, as you're moving through, your character's name is Ficus, right? Am I pronouncing that right?
It's Fike.
Fike. Oh, okay. So
I like the full name of Ficus.
I do like Ficus.
Fike, short
as
for
you're moving
Ficus.
through the crowd, you feel a persistent tug on your cargo pants.
Fuck, what's that? I look down.
Sure. You look down. There is a small child tugging at you.
I'll stop.
Yeah, it's a little boy. Maybe about like 6 to 8 years old. Kind of hard to tell. He is wearing a Pikachu onesie.
Oh.
And your character, what's your character's gender?
That's
Malia?
a great question. We're just gonna go non-binary. Just gonna go with whatever.
Okay.
I feel like that scene from It. It's like the mouth goes.
No.
Excuse me. Hi.
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 Hey. So It seems the child seems pretty nervous. So like, I'm kind of lost. Can you help me find my mom? You're like
Of course.
you're like really tall. Maybe you can like see over, maybe like lift me up so I can see over
That's
people.
what's your mom look like? What's
You're
your
like,
mom's name?
like I don't know how you got so tall. Like,
Eat your
wow.
vegetables.
So you notice as he looks up at you, he's actually looking like up past you. So changelings exist in, like I said, they exist in two states.
Mm.
So you have your regular person self, and then you have your fairy self. Trolls, fairy selves are like 7 to 8 feet tall, but normal people view you as a regular heighted person. So you're probably like maybe like even 5'11", like you're a tall person,
Mm-hmm.
but like not as tall as this child's making it out that you're as tall.
Mm.
Fuck.
He
Say that
knows
to the
too
kid.
much.
No. No.
So are kids more susceptible to seeing like that kind of stuff? Would that be a thing I know?
So the lower banality you have, children tend to have low banality. Normal people have levels of banality. I believe it's like 7 for an average person. Children can range to like 4 or 5. The lower banality you have, it's easier to pierce the veil. It's still kind of unusual for even low banality people to just outright acknowledge that face stuff exists
Mitchell
without
has
having
two
some
banality.
kind of special ability.
Like if Maluda's there, I just got like Maluda, this kid
Ah.
can see me.
He can. Well, obviously he can see you, but
I'm.
Can he see us?
us.
And I'll.
I don't know.
No,
What do
no, no, Mr. Mr.
I
Maul,
put
no.
my hand on Mr. Maul's face.
No. Hi, Maluda
Buddy,
would,
what's your name?
yeah, would kind of kneel down and be like, hi, what is your name?
Or that's the name I like. I'm N.
You're N? Nice
Mhm.
to meet you. I am Maluda.
Hi, hi, Malda. Maluda.
That's fine. That is great. How, what,
You're really pretty.
oh, thank you. And so are you. You're very pretty. What, uh, how can you see us? Or,
What do you mean? You're right there. I
I
have
mean,
eyes. I can see you. You're right there.
I swear to God, Mr. Maul, no, no.
I have my
Look
hand
at
on
me.
his face.
Yes, just look at me. Look at me. That is very miraculous. You have a very, very special
You
gift.
guys are so mean.
And little one, you are quite special. How
Okay.
can we
That's
help
nice.
you?
Wants us to
Oh.
find his mom.
I'm looking for my mom.
We will definitely help you.
No, she's here somewhere.
Oh,
What does your mom look like?
Oh, I have a picture, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a cartoon drawing.
no.
You see what looks like a little child in like a yellow outfit,
Mm.
like what he's wearing, the little Pikachu outfit.
Like someone did a caricature of them.
Yeah, but then you see in the middle a large oval. That's a large blue oval with what looks like a figure in the oval.
And who is that? I'll point to that figure. Point to the oval.
I don't know who that is, but I think it's my mom.
You think? You didn't draw this picture?
I think I did. No, I don't know.
Okay.
My mom is here. It's like she brought me here.
How about if we lift you up and see if you can see her?
Okay.
I put the child on my shoulders.
Yeah, do the.
Whee! Child is on
Aw,
shoulders.
Can he see me now?
No,
Oh,
no, no. I don't care.
But child kind of lets out a little yelp when he sees the actual terrifying visage of Mr. Maul.
Yeah,
Just
I actually
wow.
posted a picture of what my character looks like in the chat.
Oh, did you?
I want to see this.
I kind of want to see that too. Yeah.
Where? Which
It's not-
chat?
Yeah, you didn't put it in ours.
No, in the chat for the viewers here in the stream.
Oh, that
Yeah,
chat.
that chat.
I mean, that's actually not that bad. Like,
Oh my god.
See? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I am fine. Let him look at me.
He's still kind of
I'm
spooked.
I'm holding this kid with one hand. I take the scarf. I just put it over your face.
The kid just kind of looks. I don't see her.
Her.
I don't know. She's got to be around here somewhere.
Do you remember her name?
Mom.
Yeah.
She's my mom. Her name's Mom.
Martha.
Oh, where's the last time you saw your mom?
No, not Ma. Not Ma. All
Here.
right. Perhaps
I think she got lost in the people. There's a lot of people. I can't see. There's so many people here.
there are a lot of people here. Perhaps we can find a place where well they gather other lost children. That's something that they do here. Come, let's go. Let's go. We'll take a short detour.
Alright.
Yeah, so Maluda,
Taking a detour to Con Ops.
yeah, taking a detour to Con Ops essentially.
All right. So you go through, make your way through the crowd to about around the area where you met Sabletongue, where there are more individuals with security badges and uniforms. It's like there's another individual there. Actually, it's Mincemeat. It's Mincemeat. He's here.
What
Yes.
up?
Hey, buddy.
Mincemeats, excellent.
The child actively hides behind Fike.
We brought
Yeah.
a child.
We have found someone very special who has very good vision. If you catch my meaning.
No idea what you mean.
Okay, that's excellent. He
I
can.
mean,
He
You have
knows
no
how tall
glasses.
I really am.
Yes,
What?
You can see that.
yes.
That's
The
not
child-
It's weird.
That is very special. He has lost his mother though.
No.
Is
We
there?
could,
Mhm.
yeah, we should try to. I'll put out an all call.
Yes,
That's a wall.
please.
I can investigate
How so, Mr. Maw?
same way I did with the camera.
As long as they do not, as long as he is not damaged physically or mentally, Mr. Maw.
I'm not going to damage a child.
Ugh.
That didn't
I-
give me
I-
any hope when you said it like that, Mitchell.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Just let me approach the child.
His name's N, right? Is that what he said?
That's my name.
And a weird guy's gonna try and help you find your mom.
Okay. Is that other weird guy going to help me find my child? His mouth's really shiny.
Yeah.
His what?
His mouth's really shiny.
I'm sorry, I cut out there, so I didn't quite hear everything. But
But the child pointed out that he's going to let Mitchell do his thing, and also
Okay.
pointed out that Mincemeat's mouth is really shiny.
that is correct. Yes.
That is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Maw, please, remember, have some kindness, please. Okay.
Of the utmost.
Okay.
Physical challenge.
I use dread. I will carefully approach said child, lean in, and place a hand on his shoulder.
Okay. The child is visibly nervous.
I'm visibly nervous.
I'm just gently rocking my shoulders to try and be bouncy and trying to it's fine.
And now that he can see me, I don't have to have this this show of things, and so I will look at him and say, "I'm going to find your mother."
Yeah, he's weird. Don't worry about it.
And I'll do the backwards glance again.
Okay, cool. What are you asking?
Show me the last person who handled this object.
It was Spike.
All right. Okay, technically you can only use this on objects, but I'm gonna give it to you because
Well, I'm touching his jacket.
The
Oh,
Pikachu onesie. Yeah.
Oh, like the Pikachu onesie?
Yeah, the
Cool.
Pikachu onesie.
You see an image of a woman. She is dressed in a business jacket, a very sensible skirt. She's kind of like a businesswoman. Putting the outfit on on N, who from his point of view, he feels it looks like is squirming and not enjoying the experience of being dressed up.
All right, but I have that image of at least
You
what the.
you would definitely be able to find this person.
All right, how did this individual die? No, I'm kidding. When was the object last used? When was that?
When was that? Okay, you get a sense that it was this morning.
Any strong emotions attached to this object?
To the outfit,
Yeah. Probably him.
disgust,
Oh, disgust.
disinterests.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna with my face sight activated, I'm gonna take a good look at this small child.
He's like visibly upset that you're giving him this much attention. He really doesn't want to be in your presence.
What did you see?
I saw his mother dressing him. I know what she looks like. But there is a strong emotion of disgust or disinterest associated with this outfit. And I look at the child. Do you like this outfit? Does this outfit please you?
He just starts crying.
Oh,
I
Mall.
gently backhand Mr. Ball to go away because it probably hits a little harder than.
I take 6 ag. All right, it was awesome, guys. I will see you guys next stream.
Just one shot, I'm just.
Whee!
Yeah, no, I'll with Fike, I'll also try and comfort the child. It's okay. It's okay. He's trying to help. He's just trying to help.
I don't like scary man.
I know. He you know what? He's actually a very nice kind of nice creature. He's got some good things going on. But he was able to get a vision of your mother, so we know what we are looking for now. But why do you like the outfit that you're in? Do you not like this yellow?
Do you not like Pokemon?
What is that? What is that?
I mean, it's okay. I like it. It's Pikachu. I like Pikachu.
It's Pikachu. Is that what that is? Is that what? That is horrifying. Thank you. I told you to stop.
Oh, Mitch, was that you saying the Pikachu?
No, that was Mr. Ma. I'm trying to get hip with the kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
As you smiling creepily.
Like,
Yeah.
He looks up to smile at whoever made the Pikachu noise, sees that it's Mr. Maul, and then is so conflicted.
Yeah.
It's the Pocket Monster game originating from Japan, Nintendo and such.
Oh,
I don't know why I know so much about this.
Mike, do you like this as well? Is this what you like?
Yeah, I pulled out a Game Boy from one of the cargo pant pockets. I've been playing Sapphire.
That's fascinating. I did not know this about you. We should become more friends. I like this. This is interesting. But
You have a Game Boy? That's cool.
Yeah, you're probably too poor to have one.
oh my God, Mom
My mom doesn't like them.
doesn't like whom?
My mom doesn't like Game Boys.
Oh, why?
Why?
She says they're no good for you. That I should
Huh.
be reading books.
You should.
Well, they're
Books are
But-
boring.
The books are boring.
You
Like,
know what
no.
happens to little children who don't listen to their mothers?
oh God.
Yeah, Mala, say it. I dare you to say it right now.
I'm gonna go invisible.
No. Books are also very good. You just they're filled with adventures.
My
But
mom's books are boring.
your mom's books, what kind of books does she read?
Well, she wants me to read books with big words and numbers, but they're
Gross.
boring.
I understand. Well, perhaps she is trying to do the best thing for you. Perhaps she is trying to prepare you for things. Um, but do you think she might have dropped you off here? You seem awfully young. Don't remember.
I just got lost.
Okay.
She was going to. I think we were going to the. I think we might have been going to the other thing that's here.
The other thing. What other thing?
Oh, there's something. I think there's something else in this building. I don't know. It seemed pretty boring. Mom said that it was important that we went to it.
Huh. I'll look to both Ma and Fike and be like, I don't
Is it
understand. Mhm.
with more like interesting people like us?
No, it seemed really boring. Lots of business people.
Business,
So
business,
business people.
business.
Uh, Mince. That's his name, right? Mincemeat.
Yep, mincemeat is
Okay.
still there.
Mincemeat. Is there anything where there'd be business people or people in business attire at this convention?
Well, I mean that's not here, but they like at the we've got a there's at the other building attached to this one, the other lot. There's a some kind of conference, I think.
Ah,
I don't
yes, a
know.
business conference. That would make sense.
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to go there. It's
Um,
but
well, I think that there's so much to do. we can't. I cannot let this child. Um, I cannot not assist this child. We'll just say that.
Same.
Yes. So we'll take
Yeah.
another detour. Let's go to this business conference and see if we can maybe find somebody there.
all right. So what you want to do? You want to go this way, that way, like kind of point you in direction, and then you want to take the Sky Bridge. The Sky Bridge attaches to the other building.
Ah, the Sky Bridge. Okay. Yes.
Ooh, nice.
I
Excellent.
mean,
Yes.
if you really want to go there, it's I don't think it's really good for us, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I
We'll put the fear of God in them.
no.
Also, I have a chimerical companion.
You do.
What? Just yeah.
I can make small animals or large animals appear.
You can.
I can kind of fly sometimes.
Occasionally.
I feel like as we're walking, they just see like this little animatronic
Oh no! Is it
Thing.
little Mitchell?
come up.
It's little Mitchell.
It's
like-
little Mitchell.
Yes. Okay. No, we're not eating him. Yeah. Chill out. Chill it out. Okay. Walks back and goes in my pocket.
What's the history of Little Mitchell? Because everyone knows more about it
Little
than me.
Mitchell.
Oh, this is Little Mitchell. It is a clay figurine I had made of me in the back alleyways of China. I forget what city. Ever since then, it has followed me, and it came to a point where my dad and I would hide it in each other's houses because we didn't want it in our house. So I would hide it under his bed. He would find it, then he would hide it in like my closet or attic, and we kept doing this for a couple of years. I lost it for 4 years. And then my friend comes over a couple weeks ago and he says, I found this under my bed while I was cleaning. And so I'm like, oh, that's where little Mitchell was. And so now he is back. This is what I looked like when I was younger. This is my eternal face. Yeah, he's curious about life, which he shouldn't be, which I'm concerned about. Other than that, that's little Mitchell, and it's also my chimerical companion. You just imagine this, but with like little spider legs underneath it. It's like
Horrifying.
That doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
he's like, master. I'm like, okay, calm it down, little Mitchell. All right, we're not eating people today. We've had pretzels. We're fine.
I imagine this is just you, like, and for reals.
Yeah.
This is what Hannah walks into every
Yeah,
day.
yeah. The line between Mr. Ma and Mitchell is getting hard here.
Dude, I need to 3D model it and then print it out.
You should.
Fuck. Sorry.
Horrifying. This thing is horrifying. Well, if I can't look at it. We will go over. We've been around other humans for a very long time. We understand the risks involved, but we need to find this child's mother.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like,
Mhm.
it's your con. I'm just here.
I just work here.
Yeah, it doesn't work here, man.
All right. Well, let's go.
We Yeetus.
We
All
Yeetus.
right, you Yeta Supremas. So you walk through, and on your way to this plot, there's another. No, there's no more plot. No more sidetracking.
No more. That's fine.
The furries appear again. It's now or never. You have to take your tiny little pocket monster and throw it at him.
Yeah, go, go and go.
So as you make your way through the con, you make your way quite away from where the main con area is now, toward the Sky Bridge. As you are walking, you do notice people in fursuit heads, kind of popping up and looking at your little group.
Oh, I'm gonna pop up to one of them. I'm gonna get right up in their face, and I am going to use the power dread.
By the time you get to one of them, they're no longer there.
Damn it! Like they disappear.
Yeah,
Or
it's like you see their face in the crowd. By the time you make your way through the crowd to get to them, they are literally not there, and not like magically not there. Like, poof,
Oh.
can't even sense them.
I'm going to be holding, unless Fike is already holding their hand. I'm going to be holding their hand. We both hold their hand.
Don't hold their hand.
I'm holding his legs because he's on my shoulder.
Oh, he's on their shoulders. Okay, that's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah. If he ever looks back, I just smile and my head slightly moves, shifts to the right.
Oh God.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
I'm trying to tell them a story. I'm going to be walking with them and telling them a story.
Oh, I'm good with stories.
Nice.
No, you're not. Yes, you are. You're fine, but not these stories. Not the stories of horror. And this kid doesn't need to hear Edgar Allan Poe right now.
You see, there was this Arctic place where they found something under the ice.
Stop! No.
And it
Thank you,
melted.
John Carpenter.
Like pulls out the DVD. We have time.
No, we don't. Once upon a time, there was a magical land full of magical people, and they lived happily ever after.
Yay, the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I'm
He'll
gonna
tell
see
a
if you-
good story.
I'm gonna see if you can actually get anything from doing that right quick. I want to double check.
Ooh, how do you ravage?
Don't
What?
do. Or I mean, you can.
Yeah, that's like when you rip out emotions from people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you forcibly rip out glamour from a creative individual.
Yes.
I feel that happens every time when I need to do something creative.
Yeah.
Big mood.
Yeah, it's like where did it go?
Okay.
No.
So
Where'd it
that
go?
actually- okay, I was wondering if your story could inspire some glamour from the child, but it takes a very long time to actually do that. So.
Okay.
Children.
I'm still doing it.
But child is definitely calm now. He seems nice and comfortable in your presence. But he seems to get a bit more agitated the closer you get to the Sky Bridge.
Do you not want to go across the sky bridge?
It's going to be boring there.
Do you it will be, but you know what? You can always imagine things. You can always create a story inside of your head. You can make this an epic adventure. You are trying to find your lost princess, and we are going to try and help you. We are a group of knights, and we are going to try and find them in this labyrinth of boringness. And we have to keep our brightness and our strength to find this princess.
Aww, that does sound fun. My mom is a princess. Thank you, knights.
Ah!
You're
Let us go.
welcome.
Oh, shut up.
All right.
Come
So you
on,
make
let's
your
go.
way. So you make your way into the sky bridge. You're walking across the sky bridge. You get a creeping sense of dread and
Ooh.
discomfort as you approach the
Mm,
building connected to the Baltimore Convention Center
mm.
and arrive at. As you get farther and farther in, you actually make it to the other side. And in a gray and white sign on one of the doors, it says quite simply, conference whatever, conference for the evaluation of psychological impairments.
Oh, whoa, what's this?
Give me, anyone who's here, give me a quick mental plus investigation test.
Do I hear the
All right, let's do this, son.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh no.
Let me actually pull up full screen. All right. So 2 scissors. Cool. People who tied, that is enough. So how this would work is you would tell me your mental plus investigation total, and compare it to a number of a difficulty I have. And then if your number is higher than my number, you would consider it a normal success.
Okay.
So I know Mitchell's test pool is more than enough to succeed on spotting this thing. So as you approach, you notice rounding the corner an individual in all black.
Is it Sableye?
You do not know, but it is definitely a man or an individual in all black.
All right. I'm gonna use scent of fear as I glare at him.
All right, so you don't see him. It's more just like as you approach, you just kind of see him round the corner away,
Oh, okay.
like
All right.
into the distance, like kind
Can
of
I-
like they would be leaving as you're coming.
Ooh. I want to go
Gotcha.
towards him. That I don't. Anyone who wears all black. That's red flag there.
You want to try to approach him?
Yeah.
All right, so you're able to look around the corner, and you do see, just right, like kind of a blink and you miss it, Sable Tongue going through a door
Mm.
deep into the conference.
I'm like, guys, did you see that? Sable
didn't.
Tongue just went into the conference.
I didn't see that. Are you sure it was him?
I mean,
Yeah.
anyone wearing all black, it's 99% chance it's him.
It is 99 degrees outside, so yes.
We should investigate. And I'm gonna bend down to the child.
Oh, he's on my shoulders.
Oh, I'm gonna look up to the child.
I'm totally glaring at you if you try any shit because he's right here.
I'm gonna show you a magic trick.
Oh my god.
If you take your eyes off me, you won't see me till it's too late. And then I'm gonna just use what is it?
Veiled sight, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So no one's looking at you. You turn invisible. Oof.
Wait. Can we still see him or no? We don't.
If you're looking at him when he uses the power, he is invisible to everyone except the people looking at him.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
If you draw attention to him, you'll break his invisibility,
Okay.
but he is invisible to everybody else.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I
cool.
assume, yeah, even if I do, then I know what he's doing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we must we must keep you close talking to N. We must keep you close. All right. If it gets any, if it gets dangerous, leave with him, okay?
I'll protect this child with my life.
Got you, fam. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the conference door.
All right. Do you open the door? Or do you enter the conference, I should say?
Let's see. I want to do it in a particular way. Let me see if I can do that. I can indeed. So the gift I was given by death, light as a feather. So I'm shrugging off this pretense that I'm normal, and I get down on all fours, my like hands kind of elongating, as I move about, and it's not like my hands are carrying my weight. My fingers are almost like little spiders as they, uh, move me across the floor and then onto the wall and then on the ceiling as I move towards the door and push
God,
it open.
you're horrifying.
All right. So the door opens. You can see into the conference. It is a smaller conference. It's much smaller than WonderCon. But it is like a simple, large room with very neat, orderly tables. Everyone in there is dressed very conservatively. Grays, browns, suits, skirts. It is there is you just kind of hear some slight, almost like elevator music playing as kind of the entertainment music.
Banality.
It's very quiet. Like you tell that people are having conversations, but it is unnervingly quiet. This very simple
I'm gonna be like,
rumba-ish music.
get closer. And I see he has points in skullduggery, so he'll
He can also
use...
turn invisible, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, little Mitchell, are you sending him out?
Uh-huh.
Are you
I
sending out
drew
little Mitchell?
him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What a lovely
Yeah,
companion.
let's see the close up there. So put yours up. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see a good like.
Honestly, that's better.
Yeah.
Like I like yours a lot better. It's just perfectly off. Like it's
He's just happy to see you.
he looks very happy to see you.
Oh my god. That is gonna haunt me tonight. That image.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
Well, I thought I wrote this game to be much more whimsical than it was. Okay, never mind.
Nope, this went dark.
Yeah, so we're both gonna crawl up and
Yep. So you crawl into the into the conference on the ceiling. Anybody else doing anything else? Waiting outside you guys going in.
I will try and go in.
Cool.
I will entertain the child out here.
That's fine. I'll try and
Alright.
go.
So the two of you enter the con.
Mhm.
And yes, as I described it, it is very, very dull in here. I would say the two of you stand out like a sore thumb, but really it's just you because no one can see Mitchell.
Yeah, no, I can see Mitchell. Does my activated face sight see anything?
Okay, so you activate face sight.
Mhm.
So you know how your face sight normally can detect the presence of magic and
Yes.
and glamour?
Mhm.
You detect the exact opposite here.
Okay,
There
the
is
banality and
The lack of magic in this area and the lack of joy and whimsy is to the point that it is a presence unto itself. You do, like, your skin is actively crawling in this place. You do not want to be here. As you actually, and as you open the doors to the con and look in, I notice how you stand out. Most of the people in your immediate area just stop and look at you when you enter.
That's fine.
And give you this just very dour, disapproving look.
All right.
shut up, Bob.
I kind of want to do something. So I want to do tailcraft.
All right.
And so I'm going to do tailcraft to bring them color and joy and to make them, upbeat and happy and not boring.
Let me look up how tailcraft works.
Yeah.
Tailcraft.
Dim the lights, specifically.
Dim the lights. Cause your target to feel either detached calm or great excitement.
We can throw in some...
Do you have the charisma focus?
I do.
Wonderful. All right. And so you hit one person with this, but given how you're using this power, let's just give a basic test to see what it affects.
Sure.
Get to rules a little bit. All right. So 1, 2, 3, shoot. All right, that is rock the scissors. You succeed. So, do you have a narration in mind for how this manifests, or would you like
Yes,
to?
I'll do something. Okay, so they will go in and is obviously being stared at, and although this might be very awkward for some people, Maluda is used to being a vocal person and kind of capturing an audience, so they will kind of just uh I am coming from the convention across the skyway. I've come from a very, very long way away. I am trying to find a woman that is missing a child in a yellow costume who is very small and very afraid. Can anyone please, please lend me your ears, lend me your hearts, and lend me your souls? Just for a moment, I just need to find this child's mother. And then I'll be left untold.
All right. So, with your dim the lights
Fun.
ability, you can actively see that you have stirred some sense of sorrow and compassion in these dull individuals, as their faces break, and from their stern, tight-lipped look, they kind of just like have that kind of oh no, that's so sad look on their faces. And it's like, oh, I think someone was looking for a kid earlier. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Sure. Yeah. See, I think let's go over here.
All
And
right. Thank
one,
you.
so it's like 4 people
Mm,
kind of escort you toward the center of the con
mhm.
of the conference
Conference, yeah.
of the conference. It's not really a con yet. So this is the conference, and you in fact see a woman. Um, are you following them, Mitch, or what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Like,
Yes, scurrying, yeah. So you're a creepy scurrying along, and you see where they're headed. You do see the woman from your vision,
mm,
flanked by three what look like 3 police officers.
mm.
Uh, hello, ma'am. Hello. Are you by chance missing a child? A small one within a yellow, uh, eared costume.
Yes, did you find my boy?
My connection dropped.
Oops. I'll give you just a minute to see if you
Mm-hmm.
if he
Also, a
comes.
question.
Thank you.
My invisibility power. If I pop off, is it like obfuscate where they don't really freak out when I come in, or?
I believe if you break it, it is you weren't there, and then suddenly you were
I
there.
apologize. I dropped out.
That's fine. Answering Mitch's question, breaking the invisibility. Let me double check how that works.
Okay.
It's called the Veiled Eyes. I would say that yes, if it breaks, it you go from not being there to suddenly being there, and you know the effects that would happen if somebody magically appeared next to someone.
All right, then I will get to a point where no one can see me and I'll go visible.
You're gonna go visible. Cool.
Yeah.
So just a second while you do that, because you'd be having to walk away from this
Yeah.
scene. All right.
So,
Yes, you found Nicholas.
yes, he has, he went to obviously the convention across the walkway. He is right outside those doors if you'd like to be reunited with him.
Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you. You and
Mhm,
yeah. So she and the police officers will go in the direction that you indicated.
mhm. Uh, been very nice. He is a quite amazing child, actually. He has
He is a troublesome child, but that is why I brought him here to
oh,
talk to
I know,
Dr. Karlov.
too troublesome. He is not troublesome at all. He is actually a very wonderful and vibrant
My
child.
child is troublesome. I know my child.
Kill
Thank
her.
you.
I know.
That makes
I
sense.
kill her. No. Um. Uh. please, Malud will continue to follow them. Please, just hear me for one moment.
You helped. Thank you. I appreciate the efforts in finding my child.
um
And the officers kind of
Yeah.
like block.
block, yeah.
Yeah, kind of blocking you off as you're kind of. She obviously doesn't want to be talked to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
I can't activate that. Yeah, no, I'm thinking, sorry.
Oh yeah, oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Mitchell, what are you doing?
I'm coming back and activating Mooch.
Jesus Christ.
I was just about to be like, I'm gonna Wayfair.
You can just call me Mr. Ma.
All right, let me check something right quick because they have a thing they can do.
Oh my god, these are vampires.
It's daytime. It can't be.
They're all
Catives.
They're all cative. They're
Yeah.
all
Man.
then catives, all of them. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
No, it's not. Stop it. Don't do it.
Okay. So you're attempting to use moot on
The woman.
exactly on the woman. What are you attempting to steal?
Her wallet.
Have you seen that she has a wallet on her person? I think you need to see the object.
Do I?
I think you need to know that. Yeah, you need to know that they have an object. You can't just guess they have an object. I believe.
Okay. All right, then I don't. The policemen have guns, right?
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
that'll work.
man. Bye forever, guys.
All right, so you're trying to moot one of their guns.
Yeah.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh God. I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Willpower. Yeah.
Cool. So no fire. 1, 2, 3, shoot. What's your test pool?
Let's see, my mental plus my stealth. 14.
All right, cool. Boop. You have a gun.
You hand it to little Mitchell.
You know what to do when it's like.
Oh man.
All
That's
right, so at
horrifying.
this point, they have made it to the doors of the con, and they open.
Did
Hold
they
on.
get their kid yet?
The kid's with me currently.
Yeah,
I am
the-
out.
The kid is outside of the con.
Can I
Yes,
spend? I'm gonna. Well,
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna
anything?
spend a glamour to activate Wayfair.
Cool. Wayfair is active.
Yeah. I'm going to do the first one, which is I can take a 6-step, I believe, movement. Hold on, let me double check. Hopscotch. We spend a second point of glamour. Oh, that's I can make a giant leap in a single direction. But I'm not really in combat.
You can enter combat if you want to.
I mean, you have a gun now.
Yeah. I can
No.
throw the gun at you and be like, look,
No,
that
no.
person has a gun.
You're going to reverse moots them the gun? You can't do that.
No. Can you activate Wayfair during combat? Okay. Perhaps I will not. This is not gonna. I want to get over there faster than they are. Essentially, I want to move.
Honestly, if you just move at a brisk pace, like they're walking at like
Mhm.
mundane speed. If you just kind of
Mhm.
sprint, they
Right,
won't
just
stop
sprint.
you. Like, you can just-
Haul ass a little bit. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
you
So
can
I
just
will
move
do that.
faster than them. Yeah, it's fine.
Also, because I'm curious, I want to use Scent of Fear on the woman.
Jesus Christ. Sure. So what exactly are you doing, Alex?
I am
What's the
going to
game
move.
plan?
I'm going to move. I'm going to buy or get in front of them and kind of like put my not let them go through the door immediately because I want to use tailcraft again.
Okay, let's resolve yours first, and then we'll let Mitz do his.
Okay.
Throw the powers at them. All of
All of
them.
it. All of it.
All of it.
All right. I want to instill a sense of love and compassion and understanding for this child.
Aww.
All right, let's try if it works.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay, you are not meeting the target number.
Okay. Oh. Please. Please.
Pretty
Your,
please.
your socials are what, 7, I think?
My what is?
It's your social plus yeah.
Yeah, no, my social plus my the talent
Yeah.
or the I'm sorry, the art. It
Yeah,
is
what the skill is, yeah.
it's 5. It's 5. Although I do have charisma for that, but that's fine. All right, I don't make it. So Mitchell,
Yeah, let's do this.
This is all happening when
You're,
I'm just
you're
like hanging
attempting
out
to
with a
you're
kid.
attempting to scent of fear on.
Uh-huh. This
Do you
woman.
have the focus that makes it not obvious when you do this?
oh, that's fine.
Yes, I do.
Cool, excellent. All right, let's pull up your screen. Cool. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Nice. You have scented their fear. How does that work exactly? Actually, I'll just pull it up.
So I can tell how many willpower the person has,
Okay.
as well as any bedlam and derangement traits. If it's a vampire or werewolf, I know how many beast or cease traits or current level of rage.
Okay, so the woman does not have willpower.
Fuck. Stock NPC.
Wow, it's almost like this woman is just a person that exists in the world.
No, not possible.
Never heard of her.
I wanted her to be
A
the final boss, didn't you?
a boring person.
So it gives you bedlam and derangement traits. I'm going to go ahead and give you some other information as well as that.
Yes.
She has 10 what's it called? Banality. Which means, and you would know this, she is an autumn person.
What does that mean?
Oh, what an autumn person is? So an autumn person is so a normal person has like 6 or 7 banality. They are removed from the world of magic, but they are not wholly like the antithesis of it. Autumn people are the most banal you can be. They utterly reject glamour and despise the concept of what makes the Fae the Fae.
Okay, so knowing
They are literally your antithesis.
So knowing me and my seeming, and my flaw intolerance for mortals, what would be the appropriate thing to do to this person?
So you have some options. So realistically, you're in an area of high banality, surrounded by high banal people, and you know at least one person here is an autumn person. Fucking leave. This is not an area you want to be.
Yeah, I'm out.
Maybe if you had like a standing army, perhaps you would want to kind of come in and try to fix things, but you are, in terms of glamour to banality, you are firmly outgunned.
Yeah, I'm like, little ma, let's go.
Yeah. Or are you trying to like duck away and turn invisible and get out?
No, I'm just leaving. He's already invisible and will stay as so for all of time.
Oh well, he's invisible. You used a power, which I think breaks your.
Well, yeah, I left invisibility a while ago.
Okay, so yours is leave. Oh, Alex.
Oh no. Malia will just be cut until it's fixed.
No.
That's
Alright,
what you
this is great.
get.
Scoot to the side. Yeah. Oh God, what's up? You're talking to me. Oh.
All right.
Hello,
So
I am Maluda now. Just gonna stick in this corner.
we will wait for.
Alex's internet dropped. This message to Scott. Oh God, there's 2 of me. Oh God.
Let there be more. Let there be more.
Are we gonna do? I need to get. We're gonna do the thing where you did, you know, the all Mitch game. GM'd by Little Mitchell.
I don't know how that would work. It'd be very awkward. We'd get into lots of fights. It'd just be PvP and it'd just be silly. I guess while we wait, we want to take a break?
Yeah, I'll take a little break.
Yeah.
Let's,
All right, guys. We will see you in, let's say, 7 minutes.
Yep, that sounds good.
That's very specific, but okay.
See you
And
soon.
we'll be back soon. Wonderful.
As I fix things.
Oh god, what's happening?
We gotta fix the,
Everything must be made perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. This is all my fault. You drop out. You ruin
Silent.
everything.
All right, so we were at Mitch realizing the severity of the situation.
And going home.
And yeah, you're trying to dip out. No one really tries to stop you. Like, they're kind of invested in their own stuff. They kind of give you weird looks, but they're not like, they don't care. You're just some weirdo.
Yeah, with a gun.
Yes. Now, Alex, are you still blocking the door?
I was kind of still blocking the door. I was trying to do, my tailcraft, and I know this isn't working. I'm like, please just wait. Let me tell you of how wonderful he is. No, okay, ow.
Yeah, like the police will like actively approach you with the intent of subbing you out of their way.
Do I notice this?
No, you see, the doors are closed, and
Oh, gotcha.
with one side of the door, and Alex is on the other side.
Yes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right. So,
You're about to be manhandled by these officers if you do not leave the get out of the way.
I will open the door for them, but I'll go through the door myself first and be like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, exactly, blah,
Perfect.
blah, blah, and get back. I want to get back to the kid. I'm gonna get back to.
Yeah, you
Mike
get,
and the
so
kid.
you can open the door. They come through. You can scamper
Mhm.
to the kid and
Mhm.
and the child
Okay.
as they approach. So now you now see your friend and a woman and a bunch of police officers.
Cool.
I'm going to move quickly over to Fike and very kind of trying to keep my stuff together. She's horrible. she's don't it's your mother is not horrible. I apologize. she is
The child looks at you quizzically when you mention his mother.
she doesn't see what you see, child. She doesn't see the light that you see and the beauty.
Is my mom here?
Yes, she's right over there. I'll point, and
Where?
he'll point. The Malud will point again.
The child looks just quizzically. That's not my mom.
Are you my mommy?
Oh my.
As the woman approaches, Finn smiled. Nicholas, why'd you run off, honey? Come on, you have an appointment.
Wait, this child is saying that you are not his mother.
That the woman reaches into her wallet and pulls out. She has some family pictures, some pictures of the child. It is very clearly him. They are both in the pictures. He seems very unhappy to be in these pictures. He seems completely ambivalent.
I'm going to look to
I assure you, I am his mother.
I'm going to look.
Nicholas gets confused sometimes. That's why I brought him to this conference to talk to the doctor about his troubled mind.
No, there is nothing. There is nothing wrong with him, madam. You don't understand.
You don't understand my child or this situation. Thank you for bringing him to me. She extends a hand toward the child. Come on, Nicholas. It's time for your appointment. The child
Nicholas,
is
yeah,
visibly distraught and concerned by the situation.
yeah. Nicholas, do you want to go with her?
It's not his choice.
It is his choice. He is a person. He has a choice in this.
The officers kind of move up. It's like, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, move along now. We have
You
the situations. We've resolved the situation. Wherever you are.
um this is not resolved at all. This child could be suffering from some sort of influence by her Nicholas. Um are you still unsure that this is your mother?
He just looks sad now. I
No.
don't know.
Oh.
That's not my mom.
See, he said it. He doesn't think that this is his mother.
Ma'am, we've looked into it. One of the officers approaches, like, we've
Yeah.
looked into the situation. The child is hers. The child is hers biologically. We have the evidence.
Fuck the police. Punch him. No.
Yeah, let's throw down.
We'll fight some cops. Let's go.
You're the one with the gun, Mitch.
Yeah, you are.
You're the one with the super strength fight.
What's
Yeah.
the hallway look like?
Um,
Describe the hallway.
it's a pretty barren hallway. It's just like, it's gray carpeted, white walls, some very meager decorative furniture, but barely any. It's a pretty wide open area.
Is there any sunlight, or is it all?
Yeah, there's a window. Yeah, there's sun. It is shining into the area.
All right. Nicholas, Fike. I'm gonna look towards Fike. Is there anything you can give Nicholas to maybe help him remember us?
If you would have let me do my things, he would never have forgotten us.
Are you here, Mr. Ma? Are you whispering this? Because
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Maluda is quite ready to let you be what you are.
I can be what I am.
Yes.
I'm coming out. Want the world to know.
I don't even know. I might have like a trinket of some sort.
So
Can I just give him the Game Boy?
You want? You can. Like, there's nothing stopping you.
I know. Give him a Game Boy. Remember so I can play Pokemon Sapphire. This is a little small boy likes Pokemon.
my Pokemons, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Pike's kind of also like, because he said he'd help find his mother. Pike realized his mother's kind of a shitty person. It's like, I said I would do this.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll come up and I'll spend a glamour on Nightmare Born.
Fuck is that?
Oh
What
no!
is that?
I remember that merit.
Yeah.
So yeah, spend your glamour. You are now horrifying, but like normal human horrifying. So all the mortals just decidedly reel back from you as you approach terrifyingly.
What are you doing?
The cops reach for their guns, except for the one that strangely doesn't have their gun on them anymore. Like, they put their hands on them, like they're freaked.
I will.
I'll activate Wayfair at this point.
Nice, Wayfair active.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll approach them and say, "Good evening," and then I will motion for everyone to leave with the child. Go.
I'm gonna take. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna actually. I think I can. What can I expend? I forget. I think I can actually take people with me, or I can engross them in the scene to or to get them out, or like to move with them.
Oh, I was
take my
thinking you just
Wayfair.
literally pick up the kid and run with them. With with your super speed.
Yeah, exactly. But Fike is actually
My
holding
will.
them. But
Oh, okay.
I will.
If you grab the child, Pike will just. It's good.
Okay, I'll grab the child and I'm wayfaring.
Cool. Let's see if level 3 Wayfair lets you do anything cool.
Yeah, and little Mitch will activate Fugue on the woman.
Oh yeah, because Little Mitch has that.
Little Mitchell. He
Little
does it
Mitch.
for fun. Ah.
Okay. Cool. So you're going. So Little Mitch is going to fugue the woman. The officers are going to shout after Alex as Alex just takes off with the kid at super speed.
Kidnapping, guys, kidnapping.
We're the good guys.
We are.
Go ahead and give me that fugue test. Actually, what realm do you have?
I have.
Oh wait, no, Little Mitch is doing.
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
Little Mitch.
Oh, okay. He doesn't have any realms. So
Yeah, no.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot. All right. The woman is going to retest with banality. 1, 2, 3, shoot. All right. So to explain that, banal people at that level of banality can actively use how banal they are to reject the power of magic used against them by just disbelieving it.
Banal people.
Anal.
Now, luckily,
Anal.
you succeed because Little Mitch's test pool for this is 6 plus 5 is 11, and this is just a regular person. So,
Yay.
good job. What are you doing with fugue? How are you fuging?
So altering the last 10 minutes of memory. We'll say that a group of police came and took the child to their house. That's what they said. They're like, "Yeah, miss, don't worry. We'll bring him home. It'll be okay."
All right. So luckily, the officers don't notice that as they are calling after. They haven't pulled their guns yet because you're just way too fast. So by the time they pull their guns and collect themselves, you are across the sky bridge.
Yes.
Spike, what are you doing while Alex is escaping and Mitchell is being Mitchell?
Just mitching around.
Bitching around.
Son of a Mitch.
Uh,
Okay, fuck. I don't know if I could. Oh, Fike doesn't think that this kid's safe with his mom
Correct.
because trying to fucking. He can clearly see cool things, which is us, and she's clearly fucking boring as shit, an asshole. Does Mitch need any backup? He'll back up Mitch.
they
Or he'll
can't.
back up Mitch.
They as long as they're normal, they can't attack me.
Yeah, like Mitch's nightmare vulnerability basically makes him so terrifying that even if they tried to attack him, they will probably fail.
He's like wearing a shirt that just say like the ice caps are melting. They can't deal with it.
That's the real feels.
Economic crisis.
Oh my god, we've destroyed the environment. There's nothing we can do.
Real feels. I relate to this on a very personal
Oh,
level.
and I've made myself sad.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Ma. Thanks, God.
It's too real. It's too
real.
real.
This is supposed to be an upbeat game.
This
Yeah.
was supposed to be an upbeat game. Come on.
It still is.
I think Fike would take off after just to make sure that Maluda and the small child have backup and are safe.
All right.
Mitch and little Mitch can handle themselves.
All right. So as you are taking off after the kidnapper,
Oh, are we just going with that?
Clinical name.
the cops are going to get to a point where they have drawn their weapons and they're going to as you are clearly an accomplice, they're going to fire at you. Fike.
Where that happens.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna. I mean, if they look like they're about to shoot on my boy, I'm gonna mooch the other gun.
Okay, I guess we should move into initiative rounds then.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and factor in people's initiatives. Alex, you are, unless you want to be in the scene, you have enough speed to not be here.
I'm gonna have enough. I'm more concerned about the kid.
Yeah. So Alex is fair escaped, so he is out of the scene. So we're going to look at your mental or physical. What are you're both at 10, I believe,
Yeah.
and the police are much less than that. So physical goes first. Fike, you look like you're about to be shot at by these police officers. What would you like to do?
But only one has a gun. What's the other guy doing?
Well, two of them have guns. There was three of them.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
3 of them.
Yeah, you took one gun. There's two left.
All right, one dies. That's a sad reality. They should have just had less guns.
I don't want to straight up go back and punch a boy. I don't need that. I don't really have. Fuck. I'll just keep going.
You,
Just gonna yeet out of here.
you only have 13 health.
Only, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, only.
All right. Are you just going to try to run?
Yeah.
Cool. So you spend your turn trying to flee. Mitch.
Okay. Me and my little chimerical buddy are gonna mooch the 2 remaining guns.
They both have moods. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. So me first.
So first guy. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Shoot.
Oh.
What is your total bid actually for this?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to overbid with a 14.
Got it. Cool.
How does overbidding work?
So overbidding is if your test pool is double that of the other test pool, you get a free retest without spending willpower. This can be done in addition to willpower retest.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are normal guys with guns. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Cool. You got it. No, you yooped a gun.
All right, and my little guy will grab the other.
Well, what's your little gun's initiative? Is a
Oh,
6, I believe, because he's a stock 3 NPC.
Yeah, so
Cool.
6.
So conveniently, the police are also stock 3 NPCs, so I'll let him go first. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh no, no!
No.
Little Mitchell doesn't fail. What is this?
So So his test pool is going to be a 6 plus 5 is okay. That is not going to be.
Yeah.
As we get stock NPC's resistance is it's double. So yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay.
Rise the sads.
All right. So two police officers are going to spend their turn wondering why they no longer have guns in their hand.
We may never know.
Oh, I must have dropped it
Yeah.
because they rationalize how it works.
Yeah. Oh, accidentally dropped your gun and then left it. It
then
happens.
left it.
Rookie
Happens.
mistake.
Rookie mistake. And then one of them is going to take a shot at the troll. So we're going to do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Yep. This is going to be so. Let's go 1, 2, 3, throw. Okay, that works. So
My camera's not working, so I actually can't see what you're doing.
oh, okay. So,
Or at least it's like not. I'm not loading your guys' face. I can still hear you fine. Everything on the
okay.
stream
Yeah.
is
So
fine. I just can't see.
So
what
you got
you're doing.
scissors. I also have scissors. So
Oh, spicy.
so it's going to be what is your physical plus your dodge skill.
Dodge is 3, physical's 10.
So that is 13, and then you also have the slippery customer merit, I believe.
Ooh.
The best.
Actually,
Everybody gets
I'm not sure if you have slippery customer.
Everyone should just have slippery customer.
Yeah.
For
Also,
merit, I do
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Yeah, you have rugged.
Strong boy.
yeah, thanks for the raid, Savage. It's a savage raid. As thanks, before you leave, little Mitchell says, thank you.
The horror that
Thank
is.
you very much.
All right. So you're 13
Wait, no.
is
Oh, can I show her my drawing?
Oh, yeah, of
Oh,
course,
yes.
yeah.
reveal the drawing.
The spider legs.
Yeah.
Little Mit's second form.
Fine.
All right. So your 13 is more than enough to dodge the gunshot.
Fuck yeah.
So you dodge the hit and take no damage.
Cool.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next round. Are you still fleeing, Malia?
Yeah. I'll make sure I can get Maluda and the boy to safety.
Okay. They are decidedly, maybe not at safety, but they are away from the fight. You are also able to, by spending your turn of movement, you are now out of the scene. You have escaped.
Yeah, yeet.
Able to get onto the sky bridge and close the door behind you. So now you have a bunch of police officers. Only one has a gun. And there's a terrifying man standing there who they are so afraid of they cannot attack.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Mitchell?
I'm like, hey guys.
What's that, dude?
So what are you guys gonna do now? And I like walk towards them and get really close.
They fucking leave.
Okay.
They flee. We're done with this.
Bye,
So-
guys.
So the police officers who no longer have guns, they scramble away from you, and the woman retreats into the conference.
Yeah, you get your banality ass back in there. I'm gonna go to my friends.
All right. So at this point, all of you have spent a good bit of time in a banal environment. You all gain 1 Inui.
Yeah.
And then what does this mean?
So if you hit 5 Inui, you gain a point of permanent banality, which negatively impacts you eventually.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Basically, this represents just you being kind of not taken over by the banality, but it's had its effect on you mentally and spiritually. You feel spiritually
Gotcha.
and mentally less connected to the magic of
But
it.
luckily, we have a very creative child to consume.
We're not gonna eat it. But yeah, please, let's no. We're not gonna
Don't
eat
consume the child.
it. No.
I'll make my
All right.
favorite chili.
However, we do have. We're in a serious glamour place right now, so
Yes,
whatever.
you are back at WonderCon. Wonderful. You've made your way back over to Skybridge.
I have 3 guns.
You have 3 guns.
All right. So I
You
would
have
have.
3 police-issued firearms.
I have 3 more than I came with.
Little Mitchell's wielding 2, right?
Little Mitch is like, oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So I would have gone, to a point, where like I could watch the entryway from the skywalk to watch out for my friends, but I would have like stopped there.
Eventually, your friends catch up to you, and you are not pursued.
Okay. All right.
I
Are you
do
okay,
have a
Nick?
question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. Are you okay, Nicholas?
My name's N, but
N.
yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't know why you took me there.
And we were
That's not
trying
where
to.
my mom was.
I believe that you are correct. I thought that's where your mother was, but that does not appear to be a woman who can mother you.
So I'm gonna use scent of fear on this little child.
All right.
I'm gonna get up real close to you, like,
Oh, it's a kid. Well, you don't even have Mitchell. You have to focus. You don't have to do that.
oh yeah. I still do it.
You're gonna do it anyway.
I want to know, like, does it have a derangement? Because otherwise, if he's of mental sound, then
Yes, he does have a derangement.
oh,
Delusions of grandeur.
okay. I mean, I guess that's okay, as long as like now I believe him, because I'm not trusting a little kid concerning his parents. But I look at him and whisper, "Now I believe you."
Alright, I have a question. Would we all, if we didn't like look into it specifically, would we all be able to feel that as like it was a banal place?
Oh yeah, that is an instinct. Well, you never actually entered the conference proper, so you're actually fine.
Oh fuck.
Also, is the child a vampire or a werewolf? Just
No.
Okay, all right.
Both.
Yes, it's an abomination.
I knew it. Oh God,
Oh well, he's ours now. We have a kid.
we have an
Yeah.
abomination.
We do.
Changeling Godfathers, woo!
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All right, so you have a kid.
We do. We have a
We
kid.
did.
Add it to your inventory. One
Yep.
end.
One-
Okay, I will add one end.
Yeah. No, I am.
to my inventory.
All right. Well, this complicates
Shared.
things a little, but it's an interesting story, and that's what matters.
Didn't we see Sableye
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I didn't see him, but I believe you guys did.
He should be fucked up, right?
It's good.
He shouldn't be able to be in there for too long, right?
If it was really him, then no, I can't imagine him being anywhere near that. Well,
What do we do with this kid?
what would you like to do, Anne?
Well, I'm still trying to find my mom.
Oh no, give that up. Just kidding. We are your mothers now.
Gotta
Yes.
be here somewhere.
All three of us
Not the
are
weird
your
one.
mothers. All three of us.
A family can just be three changelings and a mentally disturbed little boy.
Exactly.
This is a perfect family. This is
We're
it.
fine. Everything's fine, child.
Everything is fine. All right. Well, I suppose we should continue on at least and try and find your mother.
Well, let's try to find that booth where all the
Yeah.
other people are, this kid's now a part of this, so.
Yeah, I agree. This kid is with us. All right. Well, let's go on some adventures, Ed. Let's go.
Yay, adventures!
Exactly. Yay, adventures.
I mean, don't say yay
You're
because
still a
people
fucking kid.
people's essence are being ripped apart from their bodies and then consumed by creatures. So, let's dial it down, kid. Okay, because that's still possible for you.
It's not. It's not. We will protect you. Don't worry, Anne.
Okay, I trust you.
You fool.
Put the child back on my shoulder. You
Yep.
fool.
Woo! You've equipped one child.
All right, but what's his damage
Cool.
rating?
Alright. What's the game plan, squad?
I'm gonna try to find that station in my dweens.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that plot thread. Sorry. All right. So you make your way through the con. It's now it's a bit like midday-ish at this point. So the con is in full swing. You're able to make your way to the dealer's den, and you encounter that booth. Now this booth is a bit interesting. Instead of being just like a table with stuff on it, it actually looks like it's kind of like a cage in the sense that you have these racks that have cloth draped over them, and then there is a mesh curtain that would lead you into this area.
Do we see anybody going into it?
You actually see people going in and out of it. On this, there is no sign indicating what type of dealer this is, or what is in this weird little booth.
I'll try and flag somebody down who just came out or something and be like, "Oh, excuse me. What are they selling in there?"
Oh, yeah, I got this. I definitely bought something. Huh? I think it's bracelet. And this points to an innocuous,
Okay.
generic bracelet.
Huh. Do you remember what else they had in there?
Not like I know they had a lot of cool stuff, but I don't honestly know. Huh? I'll have to go back in there. He
Huh.
turns around to go back in the.
Okay. All right. I'll report that back. There's something odd, obviously, with this. Can you? I'll turn on my Fae.
Face side.
Yeah. See what I sees.
This is you perceive it to be potentially a door to dreaming.
What? What is a door doing here?
Basically, you believe that it is some type of manufactured portal that by going into, you can actually cross into a dreaming realm.
I believe this is a doorway to the dreaming, and perhaps this is a way that the goblins and what have you are possibly coming from, or at least using it.
Let's do this, and I walk in.
What the
Wait, can I bring
fuck?
this child?
We have a
We had to
kid.
We're parents now. We have to think about the kid.
So Mitchell scurries in. What are the two of you doing?
Do I know if kids can even go? Oh, there's normal people that are just going in, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's take this kid. Whatever. What the hell?
What's the worst that could
Alright.
happen?
Yeah, exactly. This kid's rendered from
Death.
Cool. So
Arms and
you
legs.
enter the doorway. Oh, you go through the mesh, or you try to go through the mesh. There's a lot of mesh. There is a lot of mesh.
Mm.
You are in this mesh for a while.
Is it a mesh pit?
Oh.
Give me your choice. Everybody throw me a test. The test pool is going to be either your mental plus awareness or your physical plus brawl.
Oh, that one.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
I'd like to willpower.
Okay.
I'm also gonna willpower.
Sure thing. So, actually, what is your mental plus what test are you throwing? Both of you.
I'm doing physical and physical and brawl.
Cool. What's your total test pool?
15.
Minus 12.
Yours is 12, and what was yours, Malia?
13.
Cool. You actually, both of you can overbid this.
Okay.
So no
Oh, cool.
willpower needed. So 1, 2, 3, shoot. All right, so it's just
Son of
Malia.
a bitch.
So Malia, would you like to? You can spend a point of willpower if you'd like.
Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna power through this bitch.
Sure, we're powering through. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Fuck!
All right, so not only did you lose,
Yeah.
so you have lost every test of this challenge. So
Yeah.
awesome. You are going to take. You're going to, as you are going through the other two of you, you're able to like, Mitchell, you're able to like navigate through by bobbing and weaving. Alex, you just kind of punch your way through it. You're cool. The character who is literally built for punching, however, is unable.
Say, I'm the Bob and Weaver.
So you, Malia, you're going to take a point of damage and lose a point of glamour as the mess actively rips at you physically and psychically.
It
Now,
happens.
you have Oaken Shield, you actually take no damage, but you still lose a point of glamour.
Oh, cool.
And I'm scared to ask this, but is N like dead?
So you get through the mesh. So none of you can actually see each other through this mesh. Malia is pretty sore. Malia still feels that you are holding N as you're trundling through.
Cool.
You pop out on the other side of this mesh, and you're in what looks like a much smaller dealer's den than the one you left. But N is not with you.
N? Fike, what happened?
I thought I was holding him.
Look,
You
the best thing to do is just to let it go.
No.
I mean,
Can I go back?
because you did let it go, so
It felt like I was holding him.
yeah.
So the scene before you, it's kind of like the dealer's den you were just in. There are a lot of booths, a lot of tables. Every vendor is an individual in a fursuit head.
Hey guys,
And all of these booths look a bit off to you. So like there was like a booth vending art prints, but the art prints are moving. There's a food vendor, but the food is needlessly large and comically colored.
We're in Studio Ghibli. Like,
You've basically entered a magical studio. You've entered Studio Ghibli does Otakon.
Yes.
Well, what the viewers then?
well, this is...
Would I understand if he was like left in the mesh area and I'd have to try and find him, or
He was on you, You literally felt his presence up to the exact moment you left the mesh.
He might not be able to come in. I don't
Might
know.
not be. I don't know. But let's just hurry on here so we can get back in case he's stuck there. I don't know. This is all new to me.
You're approached by an individual who's a bit different from the others. This individual is wearing a full fur suit. It's a Skulldog fursuit. So his head is it's a dog body. It's fluffy. It is a deep, vibrant purple with swirls of glitter throughout it. But its face is a animal skull.
Ah, hello.
Friends,
Hi. Yes. What are you doing here?
welcome to the Wonder Market.
Wonder Market.
Yes, it's our little market away from a little home away from home, shall you say?
Are you guys using cameras to steal the souls of humans?
No, we're here to sell and barter with your kind, with the Fey folk and the Changelings. You've offered your con to us as a wonderful little arrangement, and we're here to barter and sell as we do.
Were you invited by Madame Fleur?
But of course, we have a standing business arrangement with the madam. Is she well? I have not seen her this season.
She might not be well.
That is most unfortunate.
Oh, gotta get your vegetables.
And who are you?
Ah, I am the master of the market.
Ah. Do you have a name, Master of the Market?
I am the master of the market.
Okay. We have possibly lost a friend of ours, a small young boy, in coming through. Do you know if humans are not allowed into this realm?
It wouldn't happen to be. He reaches behind his back and pulls out a framed portrait of N.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it looks just like that.
Ah, this little stowaway. Worry not. He can be returned to you when you are concluded your business in the market.
Can he be returned in that way? It's a little bit more manageable.
No. We want him in the full human form that he is.
I mean, obviously later on, but while we're here and elsewhere and probably having dinner later, I think it might be more appropriate if he was that size.
That is certainly an arrangement that can be made if you would like.
No.
Yeah, no, Mr. Ma, no. All right. Well, what would we need to do in order to have our friend returned to us?
Just
Like I
leave.
said, he'll be returned to you when you are concluded your business in the market.
Ah, business. I see. Well, what wares do you have?
Well, take a look around. Me and my friends have many different wares that you can peruse. Fine food from Arcadia. Matt's enchanted armaments.
Do you have something that can break open a magically protected door?
I'm certain such a thing can be procured if you would like.
I would like.
Wonderful. Step right this way.
Excellent.
So he leads you through the various wacky stalls. You see other changelings just there buying and selling with these fursuited entities. As you are led to what looks to a table that is literally a kiln. It is just a kiln sitting in the middle of the dealer's den. There is a individual in the fursuit again. This one is a bear who is sitting on the kiln. He looks at you and you approach.
Greetings. I am Mr. Ma. These are my fellow compatriots who might have kidnapped the child. Um, but we're gonna bear through it. Regardless,
Haha.
I want to open a door that is very difficult to open. Actually, Fikir tried to open it a couple times, and you can see the burn along their arms and I think hand. It's kind of grotesque, but nonetheless, I don't want that to happen to me if I try to open the door. Can you help me?
The goblin extends a hand. Are you shaking hands?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you touch his hand, your outfit
Mhm.
or your eyes lose their color.
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
are now they're devoid of iris and pupil and are just solid white.
Oh no.
Ooh.
You lose 3 points of glamour.
Oh, fuck.
Points.
Yeah. No, I will try and stop you, but no, that does not happen. No, don't make that deal. It is a deal. Potatoes.
So
It's not a deal for potatoes.
the bear sitting on the kiln
Mhm.
reaches his hand straight into it and pulls out a red crowbar
Thank you.
and hands it to you.
Do you guys want to sell these 3 police guns?
Yes. Yes, why don't we get rid of them? Wait, I say that, but then I'm looking at my no, we don't want to. No, I'm good.
Do you guys want to buy it? Bear person. Okay. All right. Little Mitchell, have these. Go play with them as you want, and I hand him the
Don't.
guns.
Your chimerical companion's just like juggling the guns.
That's horrifying.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's like has like this like huge smile on his face as his mouth elongates and this very happy
Mitchell circle.
grin. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
going to
It's nice to make him happy.
hold up the camera and ask, do you know who owned this camera?
So you pull up the camera.
Yeah.
The master of the market looks at you quizzically. Oh.
Do you recognize this?
Yes. That is an item that I sold to Madame Fleur quite some time ago. It is what allowed us patronage to the convention.
You sold it to Madame Fleur.
Oh my god, that's why she was able to get through the door. It was Madame Fleur, that bitch.
We gotta kill her.
Woo, woo. Okay, well, we can't be saying this here, guys. I'm just
Oh.
gonna say we can't be saying this in this area because we are not alone, and here other people hear us. Okay, great. All right. Well, you sold this to Madame Fleur. What does it do? I don't hear you, Devin. Or okay.
I only sold part of it. I sold all of it to Madame Fleur. I am surprised you only have half of it.
There's another part to it.
Well, its means of locomotion. You only have the vessel.
Oh, the small creature. Yes, whatever the hell it was called. I can't remember. Yes. Where have you seen it?
Well, no, it is not mine to know of anymore. It is Madame Fleur's.
I see.
I bet we'll find out. And I like wave my crowbar.
I see. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Did we have
Are you a friend of hers, perhaps?
Best.
a friend? We were invited here. Yes.
Ah, wonderful. Well, give her my regards.
Excellent. Did we conduct enough business for our friend to return to us?
Oh, I have to when we leave.
Oh, when we leave. Okay.
That was the agreement.
All right. All right. Um. Well, are we ready? What are we? Let's go.
I see you have some wares that you wish to part with. Gestures toward Tiny Mitchell and the guns. I mean, perhaps you can find someone here willing to part with to trade with them if you'd like. But
Hmm.
you can also leave at your own discretion. This is, after all, an open market.
What do you think,
No
little
one is
Mitchell?
making you stay here.
Yeah, you know what? Let's focus on a task at hand. Little Mitchell will probably sell his stuff later. I've given it to him. It's kind of out of my hands, and I don't want that fight right now. Not here and in the public. The
Behind closed door
environmental,
fight.
yeah, the environmental damage will just be too catastrophic.
Considering the fucking has 3 guns.
All right. So we're gonna leave.
Yes.
All right. All right. We have concluded. I think we're done. And would like to leave now. So before we leave, can we have a friend back?
Your friend will be returned to you once you have concluded your business at the market.
All
You
right.
just gotta leave the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Farewell.
Yeah.
A pleasure
Thank you.
doing business with you. May you come again.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, mother.
Mother. Mother.
So
And then
you can go back through the mesh. It is much, much, much easier this time. It's as if just a simple thread of fabric blocks your path. And you
Do
are
I
back.
feel a child return to my shoulders?
As soon as you step through the curtain and it's back on your shoulders.
Aw, I wish it was on mine.
Oh no. N, you have returned.
Well, what do you mean?
You were turned into a picture, and you might have stayed that way if not for certain things and choices that we've made.
Mr. Ma has a great imagination, N.
Yeah, we're
But
just
this is kind of true.
we were just looking at all the pretty stuff together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are
That's
you-
super interesting.
Come,
Well,
child, have you ever seen someone break into a door before?
oh Lord.
No?
Awesome. Good to teach you larceny. Might as well start now. Come follow me.
All right. So
Yeah, this
you,
would be
make,
an excellent story.
you make your way through the con.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you step out into onto the main con proper. There are a decent number of police officers walking about.
I turn to little Mitch. Have mercy on them. They do not know what they do. Just
Oh, excuse me.
Oh
People
man.
are, people are just actively being harassed and detained.
yeah. And you
Um,
probably see like little Mr. Ma go invisible.
Mr. Moss is gone. Like you look back and he's just gone.
Why does he hold all these guns he's about to steal?
All right.
Can my melee weapon just be a bag of guns that I just collected?
Bam.
I think I'm gonna, instead of having the boy on my shoulders, I'm gonna bring him to a holding position. Like, you should go.
Yeah.
Actually, you should carry him. People tend to remember me more.
I unfortunately know what's funny. I have the flaw of surreal quality, which makes me like super stand out to normal people.
All of you stand
Wait,
out.
do
in the
I have
crowd.
that
Oh.
too?
Super
You
stand
can
out.
give him to me. People generally are too afraid to approach me when I so wish it.
Oh man. And are you wearing anything under this Pikachu onesie?
Yeah, he's just got a regular outfit on.
All right.
Too certain.
How about we switch out into your other outfit so we're not you're not a
Can we
giant
get can we
Pikachu.
get him a Jawa costume?
Java costume?
Just stick it on him.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
You're able. He has some other clothes on, so he is,
Okay.
All
he
right,
is out of his Pikachu onesie.
let's head to this door real quick, and then we'll be out of this place.
All right. This is a horrible
still a
idea. We're gonna
kid.
kill everyone, but you know, whatever. Life is hard.
All right, everybody, give me a physical plus stealth or streetwise.
I don't wanna.
Got
Well,
this.
actually, Mitch, aren't you literally invisible?
Huh?
Aren't you literally invisible?
Yeah, I'll go invisible.
Okay, yeah, okay, you're fine. Anybody who is not literally invisible.
I am not literally
Okay.
invisible.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Oh, cool. All right. So that's a rock, and it's double paper. So you are able to bob and weave your way through the crowd to avoid scrutiny from the officers.
Excellent.
Hey.
Still a
You also
kid.
notice like security people are like freaking out, trying to talk to the police. Like it's kind of a hassle.
Oh,
There are like
if I,
some guys. There's some guys in suits and badges here too. Like it's
uh,
Ludi started this. Still a fucking kid.
I know I did. I can't let them go back. I would love to do tailcraft on all this, but I have a feeling that as soon as I do that, everybody will know that I'm here. So I'm gonna have to.
absolutely
Done
yeah.
it,
You've already passed the test to not be seen. So
Yeah.
Let's keep
And-
it that way.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
your tailcraft powers, I don't think can affect that many people.
Yeah, I will read the thing later, but I think it's I could push it with like my scene, doing the realms thing.
Oh yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I could
but,
do
like,
that.
Yeah,
It would bring attention to me. So.
absolutely. And you are incognito at the moment, so
Yeah, exactly. So I will let that go. However, I will mention to Fike, the scarf that was given to you by Sable. I don't know Sable. I don't know if he's able to track us using that. I don't know if it's a disadvantage to keep that on you while we do this horrible, horrible, horrible thing.
Fuck, I don't know.
Just
I
a
mean,
thought.
heck, I don't say bad words in front of children.
Just a thought. Just a thought. Perhaps he is
I mean,
not.
I'm cool. I'm cool with not being part of this, the Scar Squad. I get it. It's fine.
No. I perhaps he has nothing to do with this. Perhaps this is all just a horrible, horrible mistake, which I hope it is, because if not, we are going to be angering a very, very powerful Fae.
Yeah, I really hope you guys can handle it.
Hey, you're the one with 3 guns, right?
I don't have 3 guns. Little Ma does.
Well, if worse comes to worse, I'm
Please
gonna run
don't
away.
scarf. I'm gonna run away. I'll punch things. It'll be fine.
all right.
Let us go.
Sure.
We're
Whatever.
fine.
So,
It's
you're able to make your way back to the area where the door was. On your way there, you do pass the staff room, and glancing in, you see Sable Tongue talking to some police officers. He seems noticeably agitated at the whole affair going on.
Ah, yes. Well, at least we know he's here and not guarding the door.
Fuck, okay.
Oh, this is all bad, guys.
This is so bad.
It's gonna be great.
You are continuing your way to the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you are at the door. There is no security staff here as they are
Oh,
dealing
you're just
with the police.
you are loading us up for this. That's okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use it to open it.
You're gonna use the crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Initiative.
Or should I do it just in case I get hurt? Someone gets hurt. I'm a strong boy.
Yeah, you do it.
Take a
This
crowbar.
is-
Give the kid the crowbar.
You
All
want
right.
to give the kid the crowbar?
No, we're not giving the kid the crowbar.
Aw.
I will do it.
All right, so you have the crowbar.
Mhm.
What are you doing with the crowbar?
Pry that door. I'm pretty sure this fucking crowbar will pry the door open. It's magic. I don't know what kind of magic it is. I didn't ask. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna do it.
Give me a physical plus melee.
What's that?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Whoa.
So your total is what's your total?
Physical is 14 is gonna be my total.
14. I'll give you 2 from the crowbar's attributes. So that's 16. So you pry the door open. It cracks, it breaks. It's a very yucky affair prying this door open.
Fuck.
Behind which is another door.
Son of a bitch. Open it.
I don't think that this is not a good idea. This is not
Too late.
a-
I'm already opening the other.
Opening the door.
Oh,
Cool.
God.
All right. So, give me another test. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Haha,
Awesome.
scissors.
So, the door pries open
Mhm.
into gaping darkness.
What was it? Can I use cute senses and face sight to?
So you can try to.
Uh,
You see gaping darkness.
Ooh. All right, let's step in. Or should we
No.
send the child in first?
No, no.
Okay, fine.
No.
I'm going in.
You're going
Oh.
in.
I will also go in to protect the people.
Or you.
I'll go in first.
So where is the kid?
It's still out with me. I have yet to decide what I'm doing.
All right. So.
Yeah,
who's
what
stepping
happens to
Who's
these
stepping
two?
into the darkness?
What happens to these two people or these two Fae as they jump in?
Cool. They step into darkness and are now out of sight.
Okay. Huh.
There is only you left.
There's only me and N.
And N.
And N. All right,
And Little Ma somewhere.
And Little Moss somewhere, yeah.
You
And
hear
little
gunshots fire.
N. Okay, I'm gonna kneel down in front of N and have like a for real moment. And listen, what I am about to go, you cannot follow, and I might not come back. I want you to remember this day as much as you can, and know that you are special and that you are loved and you're wonderful. And
I want to come with you.
I don't think that it's safe for you to come with me.
You're my knight.
Oh God!
Yes.
Yes, use it against.
Oh, my heart, my
You-
souls,
you're,
my
you're
feels.
going to protect me on this adventure.
Oh, my heart, my souls, my feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my heart's my I need you, N, to be very strong, and I need you to continue your adventure without me for right now, okay? I'm gonna try to come back. Don't follow me, please. I gotta be safe. Bleep! Gotta go.
Right.
Yeah,
You enter the darkness.
I enter the darkness.
So, you enter the darkness. The last thing you hear is N crying.
Ah.
Is crying
Look
out.
what you've done.
I know.
You look behind you. You're able to look behind you. Sabletongue has the child's hand,
No.
waves at you, and the door slams shut.
Uh-oh. Little Ma!
Is that the end of the
Unleash hell.
adventure?
Well, you said you had to leave in around now-ish, so
Yes.
this actually works perfectly as the bad end.
Okay.
As we're all in his closet, like, okay, now what?
Ah,
Uh,
And then we get Omayo Shinderude.
yeah.
Nani?
Nani, yeah.
uh,
Oh man.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Anne. Broke my
You
heart.
expecting this? We stole a kid and broke into a door and all fucking
Yeah.
died.
This was awesome. I feel like,
Honestly,
you know.
It's because we let Mitchell do this. I'm gonna blame Mitchell completely for this. No, it's not.
I
I have-
I did more drawing. A little Pikachu.
Oh,
so
that's
cute.
adorable.
send a picture that
Hey, we got to-
picture. Put that in the Facebook. We'll post it up.
And
It's so
is now
cute.
gone. And is now
Yeah.
gone. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
basically took all my years and knowledge of being a parent and I focused it into the game.
Oh, I can tell.
And look how Mr. Ma, little Mr. Ma came out. He came out perfectly.
Fuck.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Penny for a Tale plays Changeling the Dreaming. Maybe we'll do this again, definitely, when the final stuff comes out. And I want to see more of Devin. I know you do. So let's go with Alex, Malia. Then we'll have a final send off by Devin.
All right.
Alrighty. Um, I'm Alex Roth. I am usually here on A Penny for a Tale. You can find me on Twitch at Sailor Taco Cat. I am on the Discord channel as Sailor Taco Cat. Come and hang out with us. So you can find me on Facebook. Yeah, and tomorrow night I will be here as well. I'm insane.
I technically have a Twitch.
Yes.
I haven't done shit with it yet because I'm a busy boy. Eventually, after I've said this like 30 more times, there'll be the compilation video of every time I said I don't have a Twitch.
Ooh,
Whatever, it's
that's a
fine.
good idea. I'm gonna start
Yes.
editing that video.
Fuck. But I show up here a lot. You will see me again if you keep watching.
All right. Once again, my name is Devin. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at handle at HexCatGames or at MXVitriol. You can also find me on Twit eventually at HexCatGames. And hopefully I will be back on Penny for a Tale running some more delightful, whimsical adventures.
So
Just like this
whimsical.
one. There's absolutely no darkness or any sorrow whatsoever.
Exactly.
We stole a kid, and then you stole the kid from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So-
I'm
Kidnap
okay tonight.
something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this story gives you great dreams. And from all of us, especially little Mitchell, goodbye.